Ladies and Habibis, we are going to introduction to you rising star of South Asia. He is very well educated. He knows Islam and Christianity very well. He done what they said he can. He is Doctor.
Alhamdulillah.
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Zakir? You come out, it's not you. Habibi, take him out. Sorry, there was some problem. He's Adam Sikher.
Hello everyone. This is your favorite Murtid. Salamul Masih. Peace of Christ be with each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having fun. Hello and welcome back. Your favorite Murtad is live once again. And I have a bad news, unfortunately. The live stream with Dr. J. Smith has been rescheduled due to some technical issues that we are facing with Dr. J. Smith. And because of that, we have to reschedule that live stream. I know you guys were eagerly waiting for this live stream, and we already told you that we will come live right after Sister Hatun's live stream. And we were planning to do that as is, but sometimes the plans does not go as intended. So I have already rescheduled that link for Thursday, same time, uh, but we will not be able to do that today. So I hope all of you can understand this issue. Uh, you know, sometimes life unpredictably say things, and we have to follow life. So life is life. So we gotta do what the life throw at us, and we gotta deal with these kind of things when these happen. So even though that we were planning and everything, but somehow we can't do that. So with that being said, yes, we will still do this live stream with Dr. J. Smith. It has just been rescheduled for Thursday same time, and we hope that you guys could join in on Thursday same time when we are working with so many people in so many locations. A lot of things sometimes does not go as planned. So yeah, it's just fish in a eye. Right now, we just can tell you that there were some technical things that could have caused this. Um, we cannot have more data for you for that. But yeah, so it's just rescheduled. Don't worry, everything is good. Nobody is hurt or anything. Nobody has any bad thing. So it's just rescheduled. So that's what I would like to say for now. But we know when we talk about J. Smith and his work, it's more about historical critique and evidences based on history. So historicity, and that's what it actually it is. Who is this guy who wants to debate me? Can I debate you? What do you want to debate me about? Are you a Muslim? If you are a Muslim, then sure, but who are you and why do you want to debate me? Debate. Man, debate. Some people wants to debate me. Debate you. Are you a Muslim? There you go. You want to debate me, Mr. Muslim? You are more than welcome to debate me, Mr. Muslim. There you go. So Mr. Muslim wants to just suddenly debate me. Oh, we have he's a form of Muslim and Christian. So now we have mixed breed religion. He's a form of a Muslim and Christian. So now I thought these crossbreeding happens in dogs and animals, but apparently we have religious crossbreeds now as well. Form of a Muslim and Christian. So now we have crossbreeds in religious text as well. Isn't that really nice? We have crossbreeders as well now. Crossbreeders. That's amazing. What should I call you? Chris Slim or Muschan? Because like I don't know what to call you. Like you gotta tell me. Are you Mustin? Yeah, Chris Slim. Imagine that. He's a sort of a Muslim and Christian, but he disagree with me. Yeah, you kind of have to disagree with me based on the fact that Islam it looks so seriously bad and in trouble that you have to become a crossbreed. Okay, so when you have to become a crossbreed like this, then obviously, yes, we know by essence things are really going down south. So things are really going down south that you have to become this kind of a crossbreed when it comes to theology. So, my friend, you can't debate me because you don't have anything to stand on. When you are a mixed breed, we both know that you don't have anything to stand on, and you want to interpret the text of Islam the way you want to, and you want to interpret the Christian text as you want to create a mixed breed which has nothing to do with anything. Okay. Oh, he's mystic, Abrahamic mystic. Oh my gosh. I identify as a Abrahamic mystic. So let me tell you, the name Abraham is derogatorized by so many, it's unbelievable. Mystic. When we watch the film, what do you call it? Uh, Doctor Strange. You know why he's called Doctor Strange? Because he is in the mystic arts of magic. Mystic art. He's in the mystic art. Abrahamic mystic. Doctor Strange. Woo-hoo. Such a strange phenomena to have mystic, Abrahamic mystics coming from the school of the mystic arts of the unknown. Man, that's crazy. So we have some of these beautiful people who comes from the mystic school of the mystic sciences of the Abrahamic mystic school. Man, that's crazy. So anyhow, with that being said, like I would love to talk with somebody serious, and I have sent the link in the live chat already. If there is somebody serious, I can actually have a conversation. But if somebody is like dumb fool, he needs to go to a mental hospital instead of having a debate with me. If he needs the money, financial help to go to the mental hospital, I can help him out so that he can go to a mental hospital and get his mind checked. That's very important, quite frankly. So somebody really needs to go to a mental hospital. I will raise a special GoFundMe for this guy who believes in the mystic sciences of Abrahamic mystic school. So I will help you out with your financial issues. I will raise special funding for you, my friend, so that you will have the finances to go to the mental hospital where you can get some treatment done, because that treatment is very well required. If you believe in the Abrahamic mystic school of the mystic sciences, that is definitely required, and I will help you for that. Okay. With that being said, guys, I once again apologize for the inconvenience that I have caused you guys because of the rescheduling. But uh, just a second. So I'm sorry once again for this particular inconvenience. But once again, we will be back, Lord's willing, if we are still alive, and we will be back on Thursday, providing you all the data and everything. And I hope these people who are from the mystic school of the mystic science of the Abrahamic mystic uh, theology, they would learn and listen the historicity of the Quran, because that's very important. So once they learn the historicity of the Quran, they will know the mystic sciences in there. Um, and yes, then they can realize that this mystic school coming from the Abrahamic mystic theology is something to something to go to the school for. They need to go to the school. And this mystic guy's name Muhammad is here. Yes, Mr. Muhammad. Mr. Muhammad, unmute yourself and speak. Mr. Muhammad, unmute yourself. Mr. Muhammad, unmute yourself. Mr. Muhammad, you are here, you're live. Unmute yourself. If you won't unmute, how can you debate me? If you want to debate me, you have to unmute yourself. You're live. Speak. Okay, this guy is not speaking. Now he ran away. So he names himself Muhammad. He's from the mystic school of the mystic sciences of the mystic something, and you don't even know how to unmute yourself. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. So Mr. Muhammad is gone. Mystic man forget how to speak. Yeah, he definitely forgot how to speak, because the mystic man comes from the mystic school of the mystic sciences of the Abrahamic mystic something. What was he? What did he say? Mystic what? Abrahamic mystic what? Let me just see. He just said Abrahamic mystic. That's it. Nothing more. Oh, he's a crossbreed in theology, and he comes from the school of the Abrahamic mystic, and he identify as a Abrahamic mystic. Like imagine there are people in the world who identify as a cat. There are people who identify as a dog. There are people who identify as something. They want to just identify the way they want us to identify them, and that's perfectly fine. Because if somebody wants to identify himself as a cat or a dog, I'm fine. I'll call them cat or a dog. But when you actually use a person and associate something with the person, we have a big issue, because you don't even know that person. Anyhow, so the mystic guy ran away, and that's what it is. Aficionatai said there is a 100-year range on the birth year of Muhammad. Absolutely, 100 years range. You are so right, because that's the reality. Historically, we don't know. In that 100 year, there are so many Muhammads, by the way, and that's what Dr. J. Smith will going to explain us, because I want to know who that real Muhammad is. I hope you all want to know who the real Muhammad is. So we will all know who the real Muhammad is very soon. But with that being said, I think I just wanted to come up and apologize to all of you about the situation that was caused, and apologize that you guys were waiting for this live stream and we actually pronounced it as well. So I once again apologize to every one of you over here that we are not able to do uh, our standard live stream at this moment. I wish you all the best, and I will catch you next time on StreamYard uh, Thursday. I will do my standard live stream on my Urdu channel tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and we have to go some digging in the word jihad. So everyone who speaks Fishin, as I said, don't close. Patient attire, do you have a subject do you want me to expand right now? Don't close. Okay, so like really, I didn't even put up a subject. It's just a the subject is stream with Dr. J. Smith has been rescheduled. That's all. Um, nothing more than that. No, that's Dr. J. Smith has to explain, not me. It's not my job. It's Dr. J's job. So he's gonna do that. Yeah. So you look at your super chat. I looked at your super chat. I don't want to do that. Historically, I do not want to look into this. I would like Dr. J to actually bring up this. Yes, Mr. Muhammad. And Mr. Muhammad muted himself again. Mr. Muhammad, I'm gonna block you fully. Would you like me to block you because you came and your mic was unmuted? I added you in the live stream and you muted your mic again. Are you here to just waste my time? And now you unmuted your mic, and yet I can hear the background crisp of your mouth, yet you are not speaking. Because I'm wearing a very sensitive headphone, so I know exactly what you're doing when you unmute your mic. All right, my friend, you are banned. You will never be able to come to my live stream. I have banned you. You are in the ban list. You will not be able to join my live stream, man. So, with that being said, uh, Mystic Guy is now gone. If he was the Mystic Guy. So, oh man, SK Sabi, SK Sabir. He said, Adam, accept Islam. Why? Join in. Explain it to me why. Why should I accept Islam? Why should I accept Islam? Mr. SK Shabir, join in the live stream and tell me why I should accept Islam. I'm very I'm very keen in learning on why I should accept Islam because you have to tell me, you have to explain it to me why you want me to accept Islam, or are you just wasting time? Just like your friend, the mystic school from the mystic guy of the mystic something from the mystic. So many mystics in there. Yep, that's a Dava Pro Max. Absolutely. And so mystic guy is gone. I have given him 2 times to explain his position, and he is trying to deceive us all. Oh, we have a Quranist here. Yes, Mr. Quranist.
Hello, Adam Seeker. Peace be upon you, brother.
Hello, sir.
I was
You
really
call-
looking forward to that stream with Dr. J. Smith, but next time, God willing, live to fight another day, sir.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Quranist, you are a Muslim who believes in Quran only and nothing else, right?
Yeah, we believe that Quran is like the sole authority of guidance. Like instead of having sola scriptura, we have sola Qurana.
Perfect.
We have many
So,
different beliefs within Quranism, but yeah, that's the basic idea.
perfect. I like that. So, you believe in the Quran, and may I ask you how Quran came to you guys so that you guys can read it and make it as your authority?
We tend to judge the Quran by its content, so
No,
to
no,
say.
no,
So we
that's not,
don't give.
that's okay. Listen, brother. Try to listen to my question and then answer what my question is. I did not ask you whether Quran is your authority or not. That's not my question. My question is simple. How did the Quran, the book, came to you so that you could believe in it? So I'm not asking you whether you believe it in or not, whether you keep it as authority or not. My question is, how did you get this book?
So we believe that it had a historic process. There was a historic process regarding how it was written, but we tend to
Okay,
disagree with Sunnis and
brother,
Shias
brother, listen,
how
listen,
it
listen.
was
My brother,
collected,
please,
so
I
to say.
humbly request you not to tell me what you not believe. Okay? Did I ask you what you not believe? No. I said, how did the Quran come to you? I'm not asking you what you do not believe. Okay? So let's go back. Let's learn, let's listen to the question and let's understand what my question is and let's answer what my question is. How did the Quran that you are reading right now came into your possession?
Well, historically, it came through the Abbasids, but we don't think we think that they distorted the text, but it was basically through the Abbasids.
So you think the Quran that you have came through the Abbasid and the Quran that you have right now has a distorted text.
Yeah, yeah, we believe that
Okay,
it's, at least if it's my personal position, I
my
believe that the
friend,
text has been distorted. Yeah,
my
it
friend,
at
whether
least
you
its
say
meaning,
I or
but also the
we, I
physical
don't
text.
care. You need to understand. I am least bothered about the harmonics of your statements. I am just trying to understand the Quran that you believe in. How do you think it was transmitted to you? Okay, you said it was Abbasid. Okay, perfect. But at the same time, you said it is corrupted, right? That's what you said, right?
Yeah, yeah, the the meaning of the text and sometimes also the text itself that came to us through the Abbasids. We still believe that it has like a lot of its original meanings, but we are careful when it comes to the Sunni and Shia readings of the Quran.
Once again,
We're highly skeptical. But
still you are telling me what you don't believe. My friend, why do you not comprehend? I don't care about what you don't believe. Like, why do you care what you don't believe? I'm not asking you what you don't believe. I'm asking you what you believe. Let's stick to that, brother. Please. Forget Shias, forget Sunnis, forget Christians, forget every other thing in the world. Right now, I'm only trying to understand what your belief is, because obviously you do not follow any consistent pattern of any sect. So once again, let's work backwards. You said Abbasid wrote the Quran and then they changed it, correct?
yeah, but you asked us how it came to us, like the actual transmission. Uh, so realistically, it did come through the Abbasids, but we believe that it was originally written by uh, Christian monks, Christian learned people that wanted to transmit the biblical message to the Arabs, and they wanted to do it in through a liturgical book, a book that would be read out in church, so that they wanted to have the Arabs that had converted to Christianity a way to access the scripture, the Bible, probably the
Okay.
Shita, in their
So
original language. So that's where I believe it came from, like historically,
all right.
roughly.
Let's
Rough.
let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Let's learn together, okay? I'm very keen in learning these kind of things. Okay, let me bring up my notepad so that I won't say anything wrong at a later time. And I'm gonna bring up my notepad. Here is my notepad. Can you see my notepad?
Yeah, I can so.
Abbasis wrote the Quran, which you currently have.
Well,
But
it reached us
just
through
a
them.
second,
They
just a
didn't
second,
write the
brother.
original.
Just a second, please hold on. I'm gonna write everything that you said so far. So please allow me the time to finish writing. Okay, I'm a human and I write at a certain speed. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's good. Bigger
But
letters. Yeah, that's
the text of the Quran is corrupted at this moment
You
by
can also
the
say
Abbasis
language.
as well.
Yeah, you can say language as well.
Obviously, corruption in the text is the text. Okay.
Yeah, to
Original
a
language
certain
is
degree at
Arabic.
least.
Okay. Original language is Arabic. Okay. Now, please don't add words which does not make any meaning or anything add to the sentence. Okay. While Abbasi people were writing, they took the data from Christian monks.
Missionaries, you could say too.
These monks were in Arabia. They were writing a book for Arabic Christians. Correct?
Yeah, like a liturgical book, like a catechesis. Yeah,
Okay. They were writing a book for Arabic Christians explaining the Gospels. Correct?
yeah, the biblical truths.
Okay. Perfect. So we are at this point. All right. This is your belief system.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. This is your belief. All right. Now, do you have any evidence that this book was first written by Arabic speaking Christians? Okay, sorry, wrong question. One thing that I forgot. Which year was this happening? That the Arabic monks, Christians, Christian monks were writing this book in which year?
So if you go by the historical sources,
Hmm.
the earliest manuscript we have, and they're quite thin. If you go by the Birmingham manuscript, they're quite early. They're carbon dated between 585 and 645. So roughly it puts them somewhere in the middle.
585. Okay, 585.
Yeah, yeah,
So
to 645, right? But that
perfect.
manuscript is a really
One more
tiny
thing that we need to
manuscript.
see. One more thing.
Just one more sentence, please. One more sentence, just one more sentence. I just wanted to say that that manuscript is really tiny, but it almost
It's not
exclusively
called a
consists
manuscript, it's
of
called a folio. That's why it is
a
not
folio.
called a
Yeah,
manuscript. It's called a
yeah.
folio or a
It's not
fragment.
an extant manuscript. Yeah, a fragment,
Okay.
exactly.
So it's a
But what it
fragment, not a
mainly,
manuscript.
yeah, exactly. What it
Okay.
mainly
So
consists of are Christian stories or biblical stories. Actually, they're both biblical stories, but it also has some
brother, it
stories
doesn't
that are
matter to
from the
me.
Apocrypha.
It
And
does not matter to me.
this is the proof that it was originally written by Christian missionaries.
Okay.
If you want to be really like
Okay.
historical.
So this text contains apocrypha writing of Christians.
Yeah, and also
That's what you
biblical
said.
writings. Yeah,
And
also biblical
also
writings, both of them.
biblical writing. All right. Are we done?
Yeah, it's a good summary. It's a good starting
Perfect.
point.
Perfect. Now, with that being said, who is Muhammad in this so-called Quran of yours?
I believe that MHMD does not
I'm not
refer
talking
to
about
Ibn Abdullah.
MHMD. I am
Yeah,
listen, my friend.
Muhammad. Yeah.
I
The
don't
Muhammad. We
care
can say
about
Muhammad.
English.
Yeah,
It's an Arabic word, Muhammad. In your text, what does Muhammad refer to?
Jesus, son of Mary. That's what I believe.
Okay.
More
So
precisely, the resurrected Jesus. Muhammad, maybe. Yeah, I say MHMD, but you can call it Muhammad.
no, you cannot call it. I'm going by the Arabic. Okay. The text that we currently have, it has Muhammad, not Muhammad, not MHMD. It's meme, ha, meme there, and then on the meme there is a dhamma. Muhammad.
Yeah, they
Okay,
have the
now,
critics.
so
Someone
this is the
wears
current
Muhammad
text.
as well. Yeah,
Okay, now this is the current text. All right, now I have certain questions. Are you ready for the questions?
go for it, sir.
Perfect. You said there were some Christian monks in Arabia who were writing this text. Am I? And you already said that. Do you have
Yeah,
a
or
name of
missionaries.
that person who was writing it?
No, not a specific name. I don't think we can dig
Okay,
that deep
no
into history.
name.
Unfortunately, I would love to know the name, but I don't think we can dig that deep.
So your belief system lies on nothing. It's a belief
But we have
system
the actual
of
text.
trust me, bro. Your
No,
belief
not
system is
necessarily.
trust
You
me,
have
bro.
the text. You can analyze the text, and you have the
No, no, I can analyze the
historical
text
methods
as
to
well,
analyze it.
but that's not the point. We will analyze the text. Analyzation of the
But the
text will come
Gospels were
later.
also anonymous. But the
Bhai,
Gospels were also
listen,
anonymous,
listen, listen,
right?
listen, listen,
But they're
listen,
not
listen,
useless just because they are anonymous, right?
listen.
They still have
Relax.
value.
Don't go anywhere else right now. I'll go there later. So, your text is trust me, bro. You don't have any name, correct?
But you don't need to trust it. You can read it, and then you can make up your
My
own
friend,
mind.
I will go into the reading later. Why? Like, what's the problem with you? You don't listen to what I'm saying. Why do I have to repeat my statement 10 times?
Yeah, let's say it's
I'm,
anonymous. We can agree on that.
am I trying to understand your belief system? Yes. And I'm asking you questions? Yes. To understand your belief system? Yes. Why don't you listen to what I'm saying?
But if you use the word anonymous, it's a
Mister,
bit
it is
more objective
I'm gonna use
than
whatever I
trust me,
want to
bro.
use. I asked you, is there a name? You said no name. So when you said no name, I'm gonna
Okay.
write it no name. Okay. Now,
Yeah, but you wrote trust me, bro. I say
yes,
anonymous.
that is what your trust me bro is. So now, secondly, now you said let's look inside the Quran to know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you show me one single verse in the Quran which mentions Christians?
Well, I think it's al-mu'minun. That's Christians. But I also think
What is
that
the
mushrikun,
what is the translation of mu'minun?
believers.
Okay.
But
If I believe in Moloch, am I a mu'min?
mulak, can you tell me what that means?
Moloch is
What is that, sir?
a god in the Bible. You believe in the Bible as well. You said that. So there was a false god in the Bible called Moloch. So if I believe in Moloch, am I a believer?
Okay, so in which God? Yeah. So I believe believer as in the God of Abraham.
Okay. Where does it say that mu'min is the believer of the God of Abraham?
Oh, there are many references to it in the
Give
Arabic
me one.
texts.
Give me one.
Oh, I don't have access to my iPad right now.
Okay, so another trust me,
Can I
bro.
go and get the? Can I
Another
go get the
trust
iPad?
me, bro. That
Can I go get the
believer
iPad?
is you should have done that already.
If you have time, I can go and get the iPad. I don't have the
Uh,
direct references right
you are
now.
gonna take like what, half an hour?
No. Just
It
one
should take
second,
like
sir.
less. It take like 30 seconds, right? Go bring it.
Yeah. Just wait. I'm gonna get it.
Okay, waiting. Go. Go. La 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 la. In the meantime, let's read some super chats. Blackpink said, "Brains on paternity leave." Oh, yeah. Ah, I fish in a tie. Is the Quran a Christian holyism saint? What is that? Muhammad, I have no idea, man, what you're saying. You are going into a very wrong direction. So, but like, fair enough. I believe that you are. Okay. So now we have our friend who are going to give us the believer of Abraham is mu'min. I'm just somehow I like it. I like it. I like it because we are going to go into Abraham very importantly.
You do you have the Saint Murad translation? Is okay if we use
I
that
don't
one?
care about no, I don't care about Saint Murad's
Okay,
translation. If you want to
I
talk
can.
about Saint Murad translation, you can go to Saint Murad's channel and have a talk with Saint Murad. I'm
Okay,
talking
is it
about
okay if I
the
quote?
word.
Is it okay if I quote from his translation? Is
I
that
don't
okay?
care about translation. I will read Arabic. So give me the Arabic text. Give me the
Okay,
verse and the
if you
surah, and I
go
will read the Arabic
to
text.
Surah Al-Baqarah,
Surah Al-Baqarah,
verse 133.
133. All right. Okay.
Just one
So,
moment. Let me one moment. Let me also find it. I
Mr.
you put
Mr.
up the Arabic
Mr.
text.
Mr. Quranis,
Read the
Mr.
Arabic text.
Quranis, Mr. Quranis, Mr. Quranis. Does this verse says mu'min? We are talking about the word mu'min. Does this verse says mu'min?
Just one moment, sir, please. I'm just gonna find it
No,
here.
brother. Listen, listen, listen. Please don't be a deceiver here. I
No, I want to
ask
quote the
you
Arabic
for the
text.
word mu'min. Does this
Yeah, I'm coming
verse
to it.
has the word mu'min in it?
One moment.
Mr. Quranist, you gave me a
Yeah, I'm
verse,
getting
chapter
to you. I'm
number
checking.
2,
I'm
verse number
checking.
133. Does this verse states the word mu'min?
Just one moment. So you want a verse with the word moment or
I
mu'minun?
am asking you, does this verse says the word mu'min? Yes or no?
No. It talks about serving.
Then why did you give me this verse?
Yeah,
Like I
like
was talking
service.
to you about the word mu'min. You said mu'min is believer and believer is a specific type of believer. And then I asked you for a verse. You went, you grabbed your tablet and you gave me a verse, chapter number 2, verse number 133. Are you wasting my time?
No, I'm looking for it, sir. Just give me a
Okay,
moment.
so it is trust me, bro.
No, it isn't. It's just
Okay,
takes time.
then okay, listen. You come
It's. I
here.
apologize. I'm really sorry, sir. I really don't want to offend you. I really don't. I'm sorry. I'm looking for it. I
So stop
apologize.
looking for it. You should learn these things before you come here and have a discussion. Your belief system is trust me, bro. You wanted to talk to me after you already spoke with Sister Khatun. You sent me messages, and yet you are not prepared. You want to talk to me from the last 3 weeks.
Shall we take Surah Al-Mu'minun? Maybe the easiest one.
Okay, chapter number 23, verse number 1 to 7. Let's read that. This is the right way to go about. All right.
Again,
Perfect.
which
I am
reference?
going to read it. Surah Al-Mu'minin. You said read Surah chapter of Mu'minun, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
let's
can
read.
start with the
Kad
first
afla
verse.
al-mu'minun. Certainly the mu'mins have succeeded, right? Allazina hum
Yes.
fi salatihim khashiyun. They are the ones who do prayer with humble intent or with khushu. I don't want to translate the word khushu in any manner. I don't want to do that. Wallazina hum an laghwatul ma'rizun. They are the ones who does not say ill speech or bad speech. Wallazina hum li zakati fa'ilun. And these are the people who give zakat. What is zakat?
Just one moment, sir. One moment, sir.
What is zakat?
Uh, I would say it's the obligatory charity, giving the
Okay.
obligatory access of your
What is,
wealth to the poor.
where did you get the obligatory charity from?
I would really want to go to the.
No, you don't want to go anywhere unless we state
One
all
moment.
these.
I'm looking here. I'm looking.
Everything in the Quran is written supposedly according to you in a context. So I want to know what zakat is.
One moment.
I am waiting. It's one moment is just too long of a moment. We are
Yeah,
already here.
I'm looking for it.
So
Yeah, I know. I'm probably
what
boring
is
you,
zakat?
but it's okay. I can come back when I'm
No.
better
What is
prepared.
zakat? No,
I
you
don't want to
cannot.
bore your
You cannot
listeners.
come back.
I
Listen,
apologize.
listen. No, you can't run away now. Stop running away. What is zakat?
No, I don't want to run away.
Okay,
I'm
what
just
is zakat?
looking right now. Maybe it's a bit
What
boring to
is
the
what
listener.
is zakat?
I believe zakat to be like the sort of the purification. You purify yourself from material wealth by
You
giving to
said
the poor, by giving to
obligatory
the
charity
needy.
first. Obligatory charity. That's what you
Yeah,
said before. Are
exactly.
you
Like something
moving
that you do
away from this
systematically.
statement?
Really want to see how Murad translates it.
Is it an obligatory charity or not?
Yeah, I believe it's like a systematic, obligatory
Okay, listen.
charity to
What
give
is the
excess.
source of obligatory charity? Trust me, bro.
It's one way of translating it. I would really want to see how
I
Murad
am
translates the
asking you,
actual
my
Arabic.
friend. No, you told me this. I don't care what Sant Murad said. I'm asking you, and you said obligatory charity. And I said, what's the source of this translation? You said, trust me, bro.
I'm really sorry. I'm looking for it. I want to see his translation of zakat in that verse.
And oh, so you are going by the Saint Murad translation. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to
And
see
you
how he
you
has
still did not
translated.
get it. You still did not get it, right? You are waiting from the last 20 minutes on that.
Yeah, I know I'm boring you. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I
No.
don't want to be
Mm,
boring you. I just want to check what it is.
No, so you should know that beforehand. You believe in that text. You don't know the basics. So you told me go to chapter of Moments. I went to chapter of Moments. This is the fourth verse of chapter of Moment. And you think these Momin, you are one of these Momin, and yet you do not know what as a Momin you have to do.
Uh, let's if you check, is it verse 4 of Surah 23 we're talking about right now, right? Those who are
Exactly.
doers. Okay, yeah. So when I check the Saint Mura translation, it doesn't say zakah there, right?
I
But it
don't care
does.
about
It
the
does.
translation. I'm saying
Lil zakati.
in the Arabic, the word is zakah. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
walladina hum lil zakati fa'iluna, right? That's what we're talking about. Lil zakati fa'iluna. He has
You
translated
don't
as
you
those who
don't
are
you don't you
doers to
don't
the
pronounce
question mark.
fa'iluna, you pronounce it as fa'ilun. There is a statement that ends here.
Fa'iluna. Fa'ilun, right?
Not na. You don't pronounce the kasra on the noon.
So just fa'ilun.
Yes. So
Okay, yeah.
what is the
But
word
he hasn't
zakat meaning?
translated it, so I can't give like a scholarly. But
So you are
doers
telling me that
lil zakati.
your prophet did not translated this word, hence you do not know what this word is.
I think it's hard to translate it to give like the
Uh, uh,
true Arabic
excuse
meaning
me,
without
excuse
speculating.
me, excuse moi. You think believers are Christians, mu'mins are Christians, yet you do not know the very basics what mu'mins has to do. And you think
But I
it's an
also believe that.
obligatory charity.
But this is
You
this
think
is the
it's an
thing with the Quran. The Quran is a polemic against other Christians too. So,
I
like
listen. I
Odom
don't
said to
care.
you, even the
Mr.
mushrikeens are
Quranist,
also Christians, but
Mr.
they are
Quranist,
heretical Christians, while the
Mr.
mu'minun
Quranist, I'm gonna put you in a backstage. Stop preaching your falsified preachment. I need statements that I can comprehend from the Quran that you are saying. So, first of all, we are learning based on the chapter that you asked me to go to. We went to that chapter. That chapter defines who the believers are. You claimed falsifiedly that believers are Christian. That's a falsified claim. I am showing you how it is falsified. And then you are not able to give me the answer of the fourth verse of the chapter, which defines who are the believers. Supposedly, according to you Christians, according to me, it's just believer. But I am trying to learn. So don't go to 10 more locations. Stick with that. Do you know what zakat is? Yes or no?
Oh, can I speak now? You can hear me? Yeah.
Don't change the
So
subject.
if you want to ask me personally, what it is for me in my personal life, it is to give systematic charity to the poor. But
How
if
did
you
you
want
get
a
this
more
information?
scholarly, more linguistic answer, that is a bit hard
How did
to
you get this information
extrapolate
that you
right now.
believe? How did you get the
That is
information that you
that is
believe?
what I have learned. That is
From
what I have
where?
learned.
From where?
Studying different translations, different interpretations of the Quran. But if you have
Interpretations of
another
who?
opinion, give me another opinion.
Interpretation of who?
Various
Who?
various
Give me one. Give
interpretation.
me one. Give
You
me the name of one.
you can go to Baba Schweib's translation, for example, which is also an interpretation. The
I
Great
am
Quran.
not.
You can go there, for example,
Okay.
how he translates it.
Listen.
Because
Now we
Murad
are
hasn't
moving away.
translated, so I can't give you like a scholarly, precise
Listen, my friend.
understanding.
Listen. Who is this Baba?
Yeah. If you go to the Great Quran with a K, if you write the
Okay.
Great Quran with a K,
Yeah.
if you Google it, you will get.
Do you have a mental issue that I ask you something and you answer me something else? I said, who is this Baba? Name him with
He's a
spellings.
Quran translator. He's a
Okay. Baba
Quranist
who?
Quran translator.
Baba who?
Schweib, the correctional officer.
Pronounce his name with spellings.
So it's Baba, B-A. Are you Googling it or are you writing it on YouTube?
Man, please, for the love of God, give me the spellings of his name.
So B-A-B-A.
Continue.
S-H.
S-H. Continue.
U-U-A-I-B.
And how did you pronounce it?
Baba Schweib.
Oh man.
His translation is called the Great Quran, but with a K in the Quran.
Okay. Man, this guy is unbelievable.
Sorry for that.
What do you mean by sorry for that?
That I'm irritating you. I really don't want to irritate you.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
he
do.
translated that active in
Yes, you do.
charity. That's how he translates it.
Okay, so
Alladina fa'ilun.
now
Active in charity.
are you going to take everything from Baba Shoaib?
No, but it's like you have to
Okay.
have some starting point, right? You have to start
Okay.
somewhere.
So Baba
When you want to
Shoaib
do
is
good, when you
also,
want to be a believer,
listen,
you can't get too
Mr.
stuck in semantics.
Quranist. So first we understood Quran is corrupted. Then we understood Baba Shoaib's interpretation is corrupted. Then we learned that your current prophet, what was his name? Who did the translation?
The Great Quran, this translation, is that what you're referring to?
So that is also corrupted. And then your other friend that I brought on my channel as well, what's his name? I forgot.
So you're talking about Saint Murad or?
Saint Murad. So Saint Murad's translation is also corrupted. So when
No,
we
I
are
think it's
looking
really
into,
scholarly. I don't think it's
okay, it's really
corrupted.
scholar. Okay, what is the word? What is how do you explain zakat in Saint Murad's translation?
Well, that's the problem.
So
Certain
it's
words
corrupted.
that cannot be
So he doesn't have
extracted
it.
from the
So he
Arabic
doesn't know.
language. He has left them as a question mark for a
Okay,
reason.
so
But in
so
the
there are
future, we might know. In the future, inshallah, we might
so
know it when we do more research, when we get into the
let me,
Syriac, in the Aramaic, etc. You just have
man,
to be
this
a bit
guy is
patient.
amazing. Okay, so the Quran currently is corrupted. That's what you said. It's corrupted
We
by
should be
Abbasis.
skeptical towards the language that we have inherited. Yes,
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's
we
understand
should be
your point of
scholarly,
view.
right?
Let's understand your belief system. You believe in the Quran written by Christian monks that you don't have. Number one, you don't have that Quran. Then you believe that there are some anonymous Christian monks who wrote that Quran, which you don't have. Then you believe that the Quran which the Christian monks wrote is corrupted by Abbasis. So Now you actually have that Quran which is corrupted. Then when it comes to translations, and your prophet was Saint Murad in the translation, and he did not give you the words, each and every translation of each and every word. Then you went to Baba Ganesh Shoaib, and his translation according to you is corrupted as well, because you do not fully accept his translation and the meanings of his translation. So
But I
your
don't follow
belief
anybody
system,
blindly. I have to read it and I have
your
to evaluate it. I can't follow anything blindly, right? But you don't either follow anything blindly. Whatever
okay.
you
So
read, you check it, you
you
confirm
do
it,
you
right?
do understand you do
Isn't that
understand
true?
that
Or you're
you
not
do
scholarly
understand
yourself?
you do understand that everything that you said is actually an essence of believing something blindly. Why? Let me tell you why. You are a blind believer. Why? Because you said Christian monks wrote the Quran, but you don't have it. So you believe it blindly that Christian monks wrote the Quran. That's a blind belief.
I did give you certain evidence. I said that the
Where is
portfolio, the Birmingham portfolio, had
so
Christian
that about
stories,
how do
etc.,
you
that
say
influenced towards
how do
thinking.
you say how do you
It was not
prove?
without evidence fully. It wasn't like
Okay,
super a lot of
where
evidence,
is the
but it was some
evidence,
evidence. It
Mister?
was some evidence, sir.
Where is the evidence that Christian monks wrote it?
But I just told you some of the evidence that we have. It's not
Okay,
complete. It's
you are
not
saying
full.
trust me, bro, again. Why?
It's not
Because I'm
trust me.
asking you. So where is the evidence that
You
Christian
have to
monks wrote it?
start somewhere. You have to
Okay,
start somewhere,
so
right?
you start from a belief system for which you don't have an evidence.
But I just told you the evidence.
Listen, you saying does not means an evidence. You need to understand the very basic thing. I can say you are a donkey because I believe, because I have to start from somewhere. So
Okay,
when I
but let me
say,
let me
listen,
ask you,
listen,
what is
listen,
your
man,
okay? So
listen, you are coming in with a presupposed position. It is not
but
called
everybody has
evidence.
presupposition.
Shut up. You said we have to evaluate everything based on evidence. That is your standpoint. Please stick to your standpoint. So you are telling me believe in a standpoint, and then you say no, we have to critically examine the history and do not believe in something blindly. You are contradicting yourself. That's what I'm saying. So do you believe blindly on something to begin with, to have a presupposed position? Okay, once again, don't go anywhere else. Tell me, is Christian monks writing has any historical evidence, or it is your presupposed position? Please, mic is yours now.
Yes. So we have evidence that Nestorian monks
Show me the evidence.
had listen. They had a rumor. They
Show me the
had
evidence.
competence to translate
Show me the
Christian
evidence.
text into other languages.
Show me the
We
evidence.
have this
Show
from the
me the evidence.
academic research, and
Show me the
that's
evidence.
one starting point, one thing
Show
to
me the
consider.
evidence. Show me the evidence.
Okay, so the evidence
Show
I
me the
showed you is that the
evidence.
earliest, listen, the earliest text we have, which have a carbon dating that might even predate the birth date of the prophet of the Islamic Standard Narrative, only has Christian biblical text and
Do you
apocrypha
believe in the
text
standard
in it,
Islamic? Do you
and
believe in the
it's
standard
really
Islam? Do
early.
you?
It's concrete.
I'm going to put you on the backstage again. When you don't believe in Islamic standard narrative, I told you at least 3 times, don't speak about it. If you don't believe in it, I don't want to know what you don't believe. I want to know what you believe. Okay? I asked you at least 10 times. You saying that it has evidence does not gives me the evidence. Where is the evidence that this book was being written by the Christian monks? Do you have an evidence, or is it your presupposed position? I'm asking you at least 10th time. So once again, bringing you back up. I don't want to know what you don't believe. I don't care what you don't believe. Okay? All right, coming back to
So
the same point.
what you're asking for is 100% probable evidence. We can't do that when we are trying to deduce meanings from
Okay,
historic
once
text,
again,
or
coming back to the
deduce
same point. Did I
historical
ask
truths. I
you
can't give
100?
you those super certainties. I can give you the
Okay,
things that we have right now, and that we can create hypotheses to work from, and then we
okay.
can rework them, and we can be open to amending them if we find other evidence, so to say.
Why do you
But we
have to
can't.
speak
I'm sorry that I
20
can't
words?
give you like super truths right now. If you have super
Okay,
truths, you can give them to me and present them. I really don't mean to upset you, and I don't think I've said anything that is offensive here in comparison to the other Muslims that come on your live stream and that are really bashing and are really offensive. I'm just trying to be as sincere with what I believe and with what my process is when it comes to my belief. That's it. And if I'm upsetting you, it is not my intention. It seriously
okay.
isn't my intention. If you're not
Listen to me
happy
very
with my
carefully.
answers, it's okay. It's no problem. I have no issues with you, sir.
Okay, now don't interrupt when I'm speaking. You stating 10 extra things is offensive. You stating and repeating your statement at least 3 times is offensive. In your current talk that you just did right now, you repeated one thing 3 times and then you stated so many extra things which was not necessary. When I am, if you don't want to offend me, then when I ask you a question about something, I need the exact answer of something. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't care about anything. I never asked you to give me 100% authority of anything in the history. I never. Then you are asking me again how I cannot give you 100% assurance. I never asked for that. I asked for an evidence that this text that you are referring to is written by Christian monks. What is the evidence for that you have? Either you have an evidence or it is a presupposed position. Yeah, so you can either show me the evidence and say there is the evidence. There you go. It's right in front
Okay.
of you.
So
Or
one,
wait, no,
okay,
okay.
let me
Did I not
try
say
in
don't
another
interrupt
way.
me? It's offensive when
Yes.
you interrupt me.
Okay.
It's offensive
Let
when
me
you
try
interrupt
it
me.
in another way. Okay.
Once
Sorry, you
again,
didn't
you're
finish. Sorry.
speaking.
Sorry. Sorry.
So
Sorry.
is
Sorry.
it your, so let me ask you very carefully. And your answer should be in yes or no and nothing more. Is it your presupposed position? Yes or no?
My position, after analyzing the Quranic text and
Did I,
seeing
what did I
how
say?
much
What
it
did I say?
refers,
What did I say? Is it your
I'm
presupposed
trying to give
position?
you a
That's a
more
yes or no.
precise position why I
You
believe
can
that
you can tell me
Quran
later.
is originally written by Christian monks and scribes. Can I do that?
No, first you'd have
Okay.
to tell me in a fast manner before so that I could
I'm
know
trying
is
to
it
do
your
it in a
preface?
fast manner.
Is it your presupposed position? Yes or no?
It's not my presupposed. It is, I have
Okay, done.
researched this
So
my
it has
entire
a
life.
historical, so
It's not
it has
really
a
presupposed.
please do not say more. I'll give you the time for that. I'll give you the time. So it is not your presupposed position. Rather, you are telling me you have historical evidence to do that. Yes or no?
Yes, of probability, but not
Perfect.
100% certainty.
Oh my goodness. Still he speaks too much. I have no idea why some people have to speak too much. Okay. So you say it has an evidence. Listen, I don't want to listen to you anymore, except I want to see the evidence. Please show me the evidence. Mic is yours. Start showing the evidence. Share your
Okay.
screen.
No, I can't. I have a phone. I can't share the screen. But you can
Then
go
send me the
to,
link.
let's take
Send me
chapter
the
9 verse
link.
31 as an example.
No, I'm not talking from inside the Quran. I'm talking about the historical evidence. The inside of the Quran is already corrupted according to you by Abbasis. So I don't know which verse is corrupted and which is not.
But
I
even
need
even a
historical
text,
evidence. I
sir,
need
even a
historical
text,
evidence.
from a historical point of view, if you are a historian, even if a text has been altered, you can still extricate historical truths from it if you use
Okay,
the historical critical method.
perfect. Guys, you heard what he said. Now, if I will show him from inside the Quran that his statement is false, he cannot say it otherwise. Because we can use the text which is even corrupted, and then we can look into this text and then we can actually extrapolate the historical truths from the text. He said that.
To a certain
Did you
extent,
say that?
if you use the correct method. But
Did you,
historians do this when it comes to the Bible as well.
my
Dr.
friend, did I
Dale,
ask you about the Bible? Do
D.
you believe
Martin,
in the,
yeah, but
do
they
you
do it.
believe in the Bible according to the biblical standards of the standard Christians? No, you don't believe that.
I
So don't
believe,
bring
no,
that.
hold on. I believe in biblical truths. Okay.
So you don't believe the whole
I
Bible, right?
hold on. I believe in biblical truths. I
Oh my
don't
goodness.
believe in the inerrancy of the Bible,
So
and I don't
shut up
believe in
then.
the
Don't go
inerrancy of
there.
the Quran. And the
Don't go there.
majority of Christians don't believe.
The problem with this guy is he does not want to stick to his point and go left, right. He wants me to go other locations because he does not want to stick to his position. That's the problem. And that is why you can see he is going to standard Islamic narrative, he is going to Christian narratives, he is going to biblical critique, he is going to Islamic critique. I don't care about anything. I'm talking to you. We are talking about history. You don't have any historical stuff. You are saying we are going to look at it from the Quran itself. And then I'm going to look at from the Quran itself. Okay, I'm going to bring him back in. And I don't need to listen to anything other than his way because I don't have a book. I don't have a book of his scholars where I can go and show him something. So hence I have to stick to his words. And that's it, nothing more. So I'm going to give him more time now. Let's see if he can actually stick to the point. Give me the verse of the Quran that you wanted to give me.
If you look at chapter 9, verse 31, for example,
Okay, 931.
if we try to extricate some historical truth from it, chapter 9, verse
Okay,
31.
okay. Speak.
You don't want to show it. Okay. So
I know the verse by heart.
verse, yeah. So that verse is an example of Pauline theology. It's almost like a direct reference
Man, I'm gonna kick you
to
out of it, you
the.
stupid idiot. Don't you
But
dare
what?
bring up anything
Now you're
else.
behaving just like the Sunni Muslims. You're behaving just like the Sunni
Listen, I
Muslims.
don't
It's
care.
below
Don't bring
you.
anybody else. I do
It's
not want
below
to go into
you.
what is like. So you want me to say go to defend Pauline's theology? I don't care about that. You explain the
No, I
verse.
said that verse is a
So
reference
explain
to the
the verse and
Pauline
stop being a stupid
epistle.
idiot.
Yeah, I'm
Explain what the verse
trying to,
says.
but you're calling me
So
an idiot. You're behaving just like
yes.
the Sunnis and the
So
Shiites.
stop going elsewhere. What is this verse
I'm
saying?
not going elsewhere.
What
As
is
soon as I
this?
speak,
What
you
is
call me
this verse
foul
saying?
name.
What is this verse saying?
But why do you call me foul names? I don't get that.
Because I told you
I
at
just
least a
said that
thousand times.
the verse has Pauline theology in it, and you called me an idiot. That's
Is
behaving
is
like the Sunnis and the Shiites do.
is there a book about Pauline's theology?
I was going to refer to the specific verse in Paul's letters. I just started with saying that it has
Okay.
Pauline theology. Okay.
Okay. So there is there a book that defines this term Pauline's theology?
We can go directly to Paul's letter. Okay.
Okay. So this is not a there is
Yeah.
no term for that except created by the stupid Sunnis. And
No, Pauline theology
you are
refers
using
to the theology that Saint Paul had. It's not an offensive
is
term. It
there
just
a book
means the theology that the historical
is
Paul had.
there a book on that?
There are like thousands of books written on Pauline theology, on what the historical Paul wrote. And I haven't attacked Paul. And you're saying that only the Sunnis and Shiites call it Pauline theology. I don't know why you refer to them.
Listen, tell me the translation of this verse according to you.
One moment. Surah 9, verse 31. Is that the verse you mean?
You brought this verse. I did not.
Yeah. I thought you wanted the reference from Paul's letters. Just one moment.
For the love of God. What's the translation?
Yeah, I'll use Murad's translation just try to be scholarly.
Who was not able to tell us before what it was, and you went to Baba
No, this
Shoaib.
one has a better translation. Be patient.
So Baba
Have you
Shoaib's
read his
translation is wrong.
translation? Wait, we can try to be scholarly. Okay.
You are not
They
being
took their
scholarly right now.
rabbis. I read it for you. Okay. They took their rabbis and their monks as lords apart from Allah, plus the Masih, the son of Maryam, and they were not commanded except to serve one deity. Deity. That's how he is translated. There is no deity
the verse.
except He. And there is also a word here which he hasn't translated about what they partner. So my point is, yeah, but that's sorry. He, question
So
mark
you
word.
brought up
Yeah,
a translation of
just
a particular. So this is your verse. You brought it up. You said you are going to use
yeah.
Saint Bernard's translation, and he did not fully translated this verse. Yet you think this is what is referring to Saint Paul's theology.
Yes, can I now reference Saint the verse in Saint Paul's letter?
Okay, give me the verse.
Yeah, okay. Gosh.
I'm waiting.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to search for it.
Search for it.
If you go to First Corinthians, chapter 8,
Okay.
verse 6. You can maybe start
Verse
from
6.
verse 5.
What
Yeah,
does verse
maybe
6
to
says?
start. One moment. Yet for us, there is but one God, the Father, the only true God. I would just cite it, okay? I won't add any of my stuff. Yet for us, there is but one God, the Father, from whom all things came, and from whom we live, and there is but one Lord, Jesus Christ, through whom all our things came. Through whom all things came, and through whom we live. So my point was that chapter 9, verse 31
Your point
is a
will come
direct
later.
reference. Hold on. It's a
Your
direct
point will come
reference
later.
to First Corinthians chapter 8, verse 6. So since it is a direct reference to Paul's letter, we can assume that the writer that is writing chapter 9, verse 31 is probably a Christian referencing this text, because it carries such a deep Christological meaning, where Jesus is the sole intercessor between man and the only true God, the Father. So that's how you can use a text and you can actually extract a historical truth from it. And that's it. I'm not
Are you done
offending
speaking?
anybody. I'm not
Are
attacking
you done
anybody.
speaking?
That's it. Yes.
Okay. Are you done speaking?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you read the verse again in the did you read the verse what is written over there?
First Corinthians. Yeah, you want me to read verse 5 as well?
No, no,
First Corinthians
no.
chapter 8,
Wait,
verse
wait,
5.
wait, my friend, wait. Verse of the Quran.
Yes, I read it to you.
They
You
have
want me to read
taken
it again?
their lords and their monks as gods beside Allah and the Messiah. Correct? That's what you wrote.
Yes, exactly, as lords.
Okay. Here, the letter of the Saint Paul that you read, what does this letter says? Father and the Son?
It says, I just want to read the verse 5 as well for you. For even if there are
No, I will go.
so-called gods,
Listen.
wait,
I'm
whether in
talking.
heaven or
I'm
on earth,
talking. I am talking
yeah,
about what you read to me in the verse number 6.
yeah.
In the verse number 6, does it says Father and the Son? Yes or no?
It says God the Father. That's it.
Does it say God the Father?
Yeah. Yet for us there is but one God the Father.
Okay, so one God, comma, the Father. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. And who is Jesus Christ in this verse?
He is our Lord.
Perfect.
There is but one Lord Jesus Christ, through whom all through whom all things came and through whom we live, the intercessor,
Okay, now in the
the
verse
logos.
that you actually gave me from the Quran, can you show me where these two things are written? This is the verse that you gave me.
Do you want the
So this
exact
is the
words?
verse that you gave me, because obviously that's the theology.
Yeah.
We are talking
Okay.
about a
Okay.
theology
Sure.
versus a
Sure.
theology. So
So
this
the
is
verse is
your verse
talking
that you
about
gave me.
lords.
Now give me the
Yeah.
answer from this verse.
It's talking about lords. So it uses the words, right? Uh, uh, Al-Rababan, right? Uh, so it uses the word lords, but it also uses the words deity, right? Ilahi. Just like the verse in Paul's letter, it talks about one God, the Father, and one Lord, Jesus Christ. So it's like so entangled. It's like
Now it's not
we
entangled. It
paraphrasing
is
that
your brain
verse
is
in Paul's letter.
entangled because here we are talking about two different things, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry knows these are two different things.
Okay, so now you prove why you think there are two different things. Why these verses aren't? Why 931 is not a reference to
Is there anywhere in the
Paul's
Quran
letter?
where Allah can be called Father?
Based on what we have right now, the reading of the text that we have right now, probably we don't have that language in the Quran. But once we do more research, and there are certain hypotheses that are put out
My
there,
friend, I asked you a
but
simple
not right
question.
now. Let's say no.
Is there,
Let's say no right
okay,
now to
no,
make it simple
okay,
for you. Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
So there is not a single verse where Allah can be called a father. Okay. Now, how do Allah explains that why you cannot call himself a father in the Quran?
Which verse are you referencing specifically right now?
Every single verse in the Quran, and
But let's
tell
work with the
me,
specific. Let's work with the specifics. Which verse are you referencing right now where it says that God can be called Father? It's easier to
I
work with
don't
that. Which
no,
specific verse?
I do not need to give you any words because there are so many
But you
verses in the
wanted me
Quran.
to give you verses, specific verses earlier,
Okay, so give
right?
me a
And then you
specific
attacked me
verse.
for that. You even called me an idiot.
Yes, you are.
But now you're doing the same thing to me. Come on.
Okay, you said there is not a single verse in Quran which can be associated for Allah to be a father. Is that not true?
You said called Father. You
Hmm.
said called Father. Is
Hmm.
there a verse in the Quran where Allah is called Father?
Is there a
So I'm
verse in the
answering
Quran
that
where Allah is
question
called Qadi?
specifically. Probably right now there is not a verse in which Allah is
Hmm.
called a father right now, as
Okay.
far as we know.
Okay. So in the Quran it says the Jews and the Christians supposedly, because there is no word Christian in the Quran. There's not a single time Quran uses the word Christian. Am I true?
Not Messihiyin, okay? It doesn't use the word Messihiyin. No.
So Quran does not know about Christians, right?
I think it does, but it doesn't use the word Messihiyin. No, but I think it really does know about Christian. I think it's a
So
Christian book.
so you are telling me that Christian monks wrote this book, which you do not have, by the way, yet they never use the word Christian inside this book.
They use believers, al-mu'mineen, they use mushrikeen.
Let me ask you again.
They
They
reference both Christian
Christian
groups
monks, Christian
and they use
monks.
the kafirun, they use the covers, which is also a Christian group. The Quran is a Christian polemical text against other Christian heretics. That's my
No,
hypothesis.
no, that's not your hypothesis. Let me tell you something.
Yes, it is.
Now, if you do not interrupt me now, what I'm going to tell you, okay? The problem is you are using two different theologies together in your statements. One theology is that this Quran was written to mock Christians. And that is why, because it's a mockery for Christians, that is why they are called mushrikun and they were called all of these heretical names, kafirun and mushrikun. The other theology is that it is Christian monks, supposedly, And then it cannot be, Christians cannot be called mushrikuns, because now you are not associating with it as in that way. So when we talk about these two theologies together, you cannot bring them in together, because that is a stupid, idiotic thing. Once again, I will say that, because I can definitely say that you are using the Odin's method of reading the Quran. When you use Odin's method of reading the Quran, this is not written by the Christian monks then. This is written by the people who hate Christians, and it's a mockery on Christians. So you actually used Odin's method, and then you are actually using Saint Murad's method, who says that maybe this is written by some people who were Christians, but the text was distorted and destroyed. So these are two hypotheses about the Quran. Both of them are outside the standard Islamic narrative. And somehow you're trying to mix these two narratives. This is actually stupid of you to do such a thing.
Adam, people from the same religious group or the same religion can have very strong negative emotions towards each other if they don't interpret the same religion, if they don't interpret religious text in the same way. So the Quran has a strong language against other Christian heretical groups, but it doesn't mean just because of that that it's not Christian itself. Do you
So
understand?
the
Christians
Quran,
throughout
which
ages have accused
uh,
each other of all sort of things. They have been vulgar against each other.
so
They have fought against each other, but they were
Quran has
both
been written
Christians.
Quran has been written by Christian monks or Christian heretical group.
Most likely, it has been written by Orthodox Christians. Most likely.
So now it
Based on
is
the
written by
evidence we have,
Orthodox Christians.
yes, based on the evidence we have,
Okay,
most likely it was written by
listen,
Orthodox Christians.
listen.
Wait, m-
Where is the
probably
evidence?
Nestorians. Hold on,
Okay,
probably Nestorians.
how do you
Probably.
get how do you get to see that it is written by Orthodox Christians?
For example, the language it uses is quite, it knows the
Which
Bible really
verse?
well. It uses, hold on,
Which
it
verse?
uses quite sophisticated biblical language. I will
Which
show you what,
I
let's
just
take the
showed
food
you that
verse.
it doesn't.
Let's take the food verse. Okay, let's take the food verse. You wondered about the food verse, about Jesus and Mary eating the food. What does that mean? What's the food about? Go to that verse if you have it. Put it on your screen. You have that verse, the food verse. You remember that from chapter 5, verse, was it 72, 73?
75.
Yeah, the
Okay,
food, because you asked the
speak.
question, you really wonder what's it all about, and you really wanted to know.
Okay.
So put it up, and I will show you how it is. That is Johannine theology in that verse. Put it up.
Now you're going to bring another theology. So I finished one. Now you're going to bring another
No,
one.
it's the
Okay.
Gospel of
Bring
John.
it.
It's not
Where
another
is there?
theology. Gospel of
Speak.
John. Yeah. So you hear here, they both used to eat food. So
Okay.
this verse about food, there are many theories, but I will present one theory to you. Okay, one theory. It comes from Brother John from Quranic Endgame. There was a sect in Arabia which adhered to something called the Arabian heresy. The Arabian heresy meant that you didn't believe in physical resurrection. They believed that the physical body was left to rot on earth, but that we were raised in a heavenly body, in an exalted body. They didn't need to eat, they didn't need to procreate. Okay, that was the Arabian heresy. What the Quran is doing here is that it's refuting those that believe in this Arabian heresy. They don't believe in physical resurrection. And it's using the example of Gospel John, chapter 21, after Jesus has been resurrected, after he's in his resurrected body, he goes out to catch a lot of fish with his followers, right, with his apostles. When he catches that fish, Jesus, he is in his resurrected body, all right, but he still eats the food together with the apostles, despite him being in his resurrected body. And that is why the Quran is saying that Jesus ate food. because it's trying to refute those who believe in the Arabian heresy. That's just
And
one example.
you got all of this. So what about Mother Mary? Who believes in Mother Mary to be God?
Yeah. So one more, one hypothesis. The second hypothesis is this could also be talking about
Also be. So one verse where both of them are mentioned together is talking about two different hypotheses, whereas both of them are not aligned.
No, I told you, I gave you one hypothesis, and you asked about Mary, so I will try to give you another hypothesis to
current
explain what.
hypothesis, listen to me very carefully. In your current hypothesis, there is no mention of Mother Mary. So if there is no
Yes.
mention of Mother Mary in your current hypothesis, then it means this verse is not referring to this hypothesis. Because if that hypothesis was to be refuted, then Mother Mary was not supposed to be part of this verse.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not saying that
perfect. Now give me the
I'm
second
not
one.
saying
Okay,
it's the
that's fine.
absolute
That's
truth. I'm
fine.
saying it's one way of understanding. Now let
No,
me
this
try
is
to
not the way.
explain what
We
Mother Mary is
agreed.
about, why she is
This
there.
you
Can I do that?
agreed with me. Wait. So guys, he agreed to me that this hypothesis does not go along with the verse because how the verse is being written. So now he's going to give me the second hypothesis. So he's just giving us information after information so that we have to refute him and say, you silly, you can't take this hypothesis. Okay. Now let's listen to his second hypothesis. What's your second hypothesis?
Yes. So the second hypothesis is that this could be a refutation of Ephesus. Okay, that it's like a Nestorian polemic against Christians who actually believe in Ephesus. So Nestorius believed that Christ was not Theos. He was not Theos. The birthed Christ was not Theos, and his Mary, the birther, was not Theotokos. Nestorius believed that Jesus was the Christ, and Mary was Christotokos. She was the birther of
mean?
Christ.
So she was the birther of Christ.
Means
Okay.
that she birthed
Yes.
Christ. Yeah.
So she birthed Christ, right? Does
She
it
birthed
say
Christ,
that
exactly.
Mother Mary is Goddess himself?
Hold on. I'm coming to the food stuff. So
no, not food stuff.
One explanation.
Do they say that Mary is Goddess in herself?
There are other verses which where God is questioning Jesus about did he like tell people to worship him and Mary as deities?
That's not my question.
But if you stick to this verse, hold on, stick to this verse about the food stuff.
Listen.
I want to explain the food stuff to you.
Listen, you brought up a point. Okay. You actually alluded to a certain point. Mother Mary is called the mother of God, Christ. Okay. Do they say Mother Mary is Goddess in herself?
She is the God birther.
Okay, so she is. If Christ is God, then she is the God birther.
And this is what the Nestorian Christians oppose. They think she is Christotokos.
Listen, it doesn't matter right now. What matters is, do they believe that Mother Mary is God in herself? Yes or no?
If they adhere to the Council of Ephesus, but if they oppose the Council of Ephesus, then
I
they
am
believe
asking you a simple thing. Do they believe the reference that you brought in, that you are saying, do they believe Mother Mary is Goddess in herself? Yes or no?
Orthodox Christians who believe in the Council of Ephesus,
even in the Orthodox
believe that she was Theotokos. Those who oppose
birther
Ephesus believe that she was Christotokos.
Birther of Christ, not Goddess in herself. Yes or no?
Yeah, exactly. Not God herself, but
so
like
she was
sort
not
of the
Goddess
mother
herself.
of God.
Perfect.
If she's
if she is not God in herself, eating has nothing to do with it because every single human being has to eat. So once again, you are bringing another topic, another theology which does not align with this verse. So every human being has to eat. She has to eat.
It's not that simple. It's not that simple.
It
this
is
was
that
what I was
simple.
trying to explain to you. Look, Jesus and Mary, okay, since they were both Jews, they had access to food that was sacrificed to God, to the ultimate God, to the one true God, okay? And when you sacrifice food to God, God does
Does
not
this verse
physically
say
eat the food.
anything about
Hold on,
sacrification of the food to God?
hold on. I'm trying to give you a possible explanation, okay?
No, I don't care about possible explanation. But it doesn't say that.
But we are working with possibilities. These are
No, we are
ancient
not
texts.
working
We
with
can't have
possibilities.
absolute truth.
It's your stupid,
We can't
idiotic
have
brain.
absolute truth.
Okay, so you are bringing me a possibility that is not even there. Is this verse saying it is a sacrificial food? No.
But it doesn't say that it isn't. And it doesn't say food and
So,
water either,
you
right?
silly, you idiot, you son of a I didn't want it to abuse you. Man, this guy is such a hypocrite. So this guy came up and he wanted to go through historical evidences. And he said he believed in the historicity. Then he is bringing in hypothesis after hypothesis for the verse which doesn't even say such a thing. If the verse is saying sacrificial food, okay, then that hypothesis can be associated or attached to it. They both used to eat food. Dude, everybody eats food. Everybody eats food. What is the correlation of this verse with eating sacrificial food? None. Nada. And then if there is none, why should I believe in such a hypothesis which has nothing to do with this verse? I'm listening to him again and again and again and again and again. And then he's not giving me anything. This verse is in correlation with verse number 72. There you go. It says, they have certainly disbelieved who say Allah is the Messiah, the son of Mary. While the Messiah said, O children of Israel, worship Allah. And then goes to the next point. They have certainly disbelieved Allah is the third of the three. Now, third of the three is the Trinity concept that Allah is supposedly refuting, which goes further and say, so will they not repent to Allah and seek forgiveness? And then Allah is saying, why not say third of the three? Because the Messiah, son of Mary, was but a messenger, and many messengers have passed before him, and his mother was supporter of the truth. They both used to eat food. I'm not going to any standard Islamic narrative. I'm just looking at the text of the Quran based on what the text is. If your hypothesis is not even mentioned here in the verse, why are you bringing me that hypothesis? I destroyed your first hypothesis, and now I'm destroying your second hypothesis. And you are saying, okay, show me where it doesn't say sacrificial food. It does not have to say sacrificial food because it's a standard statement. If it is mentioning a specific type of food not to be eaten or to be eaten, then that specific type has to be mentioned. You don't mention a specific type in a generic statement. But if it is a specific type, then that specific type has to be mentioned. Otherwise, you cannot prove that is on a specific type. You don't even know how to interpret text based on the text himself. And you are here telling me this silly argument? One more stupid statement from you and we are done. I've given you almost an hour. And you are believing in some belief system which is so blind, it is even blinder than Muslims himself who believes in standard Islamic narrative. This is how blind your system is.
So
give me the evidence with reference.
Yes. Go back to the previous verses where you showed that pagans or disbelievers or those that say that the Messiah is Allah. If you just go back to the verses that you showed previously while you had me on mute. Yeah. So this verse, those who have certainly disbelieved, who say Allah is the Messiah. I think the Arabic might even say those who said, but anyways, Allah is the Messiah, the son of Mary. While the Messiah said, O children of Israel, worship Allah, my Lord and your Lord. In the Gospel, John, he actually says, my God and your God. But anyways, so this verse is not necessarily a refutation of Orthodox Christianity, but can be a refutation of modalism. If you think about Allah as God the Father, this
Done.
verse
Done.
is
Next.
saying that
Next. I don't
Jesus,
have any objection on
hold
that.
on,
Next.
that Jesus, the Christ, is not
Next.
the Father. So it's refuting
Next.
modalism. All right. So the next,
Next.
that verse is saying that the God the Father is not the third of three. He's not the third part of three. That verse is not refuting Orthodox Christianity. It's
Perfect.
refuting a heresy called
Next.
partialism.
Next.
Okay? Yes. So if you go back now to the full verse.
Okay. So now food verse is referring to all of this, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do
So
they believe?
Christ
Do they
was
believe?
not God the
Do they
Father.
believe?
God the Father does not eat food, so Christ is not God the Father. The verse is refuting modalism, and it's
Okay. Now
continuing here.
food.
But
Now food.
it has a deeper depth that you don't want to see because you're so fixed with the sin, with the standard Islamic narrative.
You are stupid.
Yeah.
There you go. The same chapter, verse number 116. And when Allah say, "O Jesus, son of Mary, did you say to the people, take me and my mother as deities beside Allah?"
Yeah. So that that verse, two possibilities. Either it could refer to
Two possibilities.
uh,
Okay.
sorry, it's possibilities. Either it could be a
Everything
refutation
has
of
possibilities.
hold on. Yes, it is. At this level, it is. I'm really sorry. So one option is that it could be refuting either tritheism, okay, separate deities, all right? But it mentions the mother anyway, so that's the problem. Another example is just refuting Ephesus. It's saying Christ is not Theos, he's Christ. His mother is not Theotokos, she's Christotokos.
It does not say she is the bearer of Christ or the mother of God. It says, take me and my mother as deities beside Allah. So both option does not fit here.
Yeah, but if Theos is a deity, a god, the birther of the Theos is like something even
Who
like you're a
says
good
in the
person, but your
history,
mother who birthed you
who
is an
said,
even better person because she
who
raised you.
said in the history ever that Mother Mary is part of deity in any Christian sect, even heretical sect?
Nestorians, since they don't believe that Christ is Theos, since they believe
Nestorian
that he's a
does not
human
believe
person,
Mother Mary to be
they
goddess.
they they disregard Ephesus because they don't believe that
They
Mary gave birth
listen,
to Theos,
Quranist,
to God. She
Mr.
gave birth to
Quranist.
a human person called
Okay,
Jesus.
so that once again, they do not believe Mother Mary is goddess, correct?
No, they believe she birthed God.
Okay, it says Mother Mary as God.
Yeah, but God is someone that receives worship, right?
So is Mother Mary goddess or not?
If you believe that she is the Theotokos, you are
I am
assigning to her
asking
a
you
level of
again,
worship.
she is goddess or not?
Well, it's not goddess in the pagan sense, but
Okay,
for
she
some
is
Christian
goddess in
groups,
any
if you
sense. I'm asking
for
you simple
some
thing.
Christian
Do not go
groups,
left, right.
like the Nestorians, if
Is
you
there a
consider her
single
to be
Christian group who says
Theotokos, it
Mother
is
Mary
like
is
you're
goddess?
worshiping her.
Is there a single Christian group who says Mother Mary is goddess?
I'm telling you, people who believe in Ephesus believe that
Okay,
she
listen.
is the.
Go and go to Jannah and go to Jannah fast. Okay, you need to go to Jannah. Okay, and go to Jannah fast. So what we have seen is this guy was crying out loud in the chat and discussions after he had a discussion with Sister Hatun that he was not given enough time to explain his position. Why did I do all this? Why did I wasted almost 2 hours of everyone or 1.5 hour of everyone? Is because of the fact that he was crying like a crybaby after the stream ended because almost a month ago, Sister Hatun spoke with him for maybe like 10-15 minutes and she threw him off that there's no point talking to this guy. And then he came, I said something with Sister Hatun's channel and I said like these are new idiots and they are coming in and we need to expose them as well. But that guy was gone at that time. You know why I gave him so much time today? Just because the fact that next time he cannot say that I have not given him enough time. We have heard his quotes and quotes supposed theories. We have heard his quotes and quotes supposed historical facts, which he presented none. He believes in a text based on his own hypothesis for every single verse, and none of them actually stands tall for that particular verse, as we have seen. He based his stuff in history, and he does not have a single history. He said that it is written by the Christian monks, and then again, there is not a single Christian monk who actually used the word Christian in the text. So imagine Christian monks supposedly writing this text, and they never use the word Christian inside the Quran, which is the Masihi word. They never use that. Then supposedly that miraculous text is gone, finished, bye bye, because Abbasis took it. And Abbasi corrupted the whole Quran, and this guy is now Quranist, which is a corrupted text. So this Quranist believe in a course and course corrupted text by Abbasis, and now this Quran that we have right now, he does not have any correlation of what is coming from what, and all he has is hypothesis after hypothesis, and none of those hypotheses actually fits the Quranic narrative, and he is a Quranist. That's the kind of a Quranist he is. I hope, I'm sorry for wasting a lot of time of a lot of people over here, but sometimes it's necessary to show how stupid one can be. The only thing why he has to do all of this is because he does not have any kind of an authority, and he knows the standard Islamic narrative is so stupid that he cannot stand on that. So instead of actually saying that this is a stupid belief system, let me go to the truth, the reality. He is creating a new theology in which he doesn't have any references, yet he says we need to look at it from the historical point of view. Yet he says that we have to look at it from the historical point of view. And then when we look at it from the historical point of view, he doesn't have anything. What he has is trust me, bro, and trust me, bro. And he doesn't have anything about anything. Mormons are supposedly Christians, and he does not have anything to prove that. It was written by Christian monks. He has nothing to do that. They are explaining the gospel. There is nothing on that. He gave me a biblical verse. I showed the biblical verse, and it has nothing to do with what Quran is saying. Quran does not have a single biblical verse in it. Not a single one. Not a single one. So all of these things that this quotes and quotes silly and ignorant person was trying to show us is so silly that literally when Sister Hatun did not speak with her, it actually makes sense. But then again, I am a very humble guy who actually wants to talk to people when they are saying that they were not given enough time. I want them to have a stage and give us their explanation. But you see, he is giving less of his explanation and attacking other systems. Why? Because that's the only thing that he can do. He believes in a belief system which does not have any historical, critical, or textual evidence for his belief system. Nothing. That's the reality of it. Because we know that this Quran and the standard, the sin narrative, like Saint Murad says, is so silly, is so ignorant, it's so paganistic that we cannot believe it. So he has to bring up a new one. 1 hour, 30 minutes almost. Every single evidence that he brings up is imaginary evidence. Yes, thank you. That's a good word. Imaginary evidence. The trust me, bro evidences. I just told you guys, Jay Smith is going, we have rescheduled the stream with Jay Smith. It is going to happen on Thursday. That is why I opened the stream today. The stream with Dr. J. Smith is rescheduled for Thursday. I opened a new stream just like now, but then again, this guy came up and I was speaking with this guy. But the J. Smith's stream was rescheduled for Thursday. All right. It's rescheduled for the Thursday, same time, unfortunately, because of the something that come up. Yes, Mr. HM.
Actually, I'm from Bangladesh, so I cannot speak in Hindi. I mean, I know
Okay,
Hindi,
this is
but not
this is an this
fluent.
is an English channel, so you don't have to speak Hindi.
Okay, okay. I talk
Are you a Muslim?
some of. Uh, Actually, I'm a kind of agnostic, so not practicing Muslim.
So you are a Muslim, but yet you are not a Muslim.
No, not like that. Actually, I have some question that I have
I
not.
will I will talk with you about the question, but are you a Muslim or not a Muslim?
Yes, I'm a Muslim.
Okay, so you are a Muslim. You believe in
Yeah,
Allah and Muhammad and the Quran.
yeah, yeah.
So why did you say you are an agnostic? Why were you
Actually,
lying to begin with?
I I have some question that that answer is not clear to me.
You will never have any question, you will never have any answer clear to you because you're mentally retarded to believe in Allah and Muhammad. The day you will leave Allah and Muhammad and say Allah is a false God, Muhammad is a false
But
prophet,
in
you will
in hadith
understand everything.
in hadith we know that Muhammad said us to judge everything and question everything you heard
What?
before giving any judgment. Yeah,
Muhammad is going to judge everyone.
actually, not judge everyone, but um, uh, the thing you heard from people.
I'm asking you, is Muhammad going to judge everyone?
No, actually, the day of judgment, he will. Mm, how to say? Actually, I'm from Bangladesh, so I'm not very fluent in English. So I'm having some
But you have to tell
problem.
me a word to make me understand what Muhammad is going to do in the end.
Uh, I try to say that Muhammad will ask Allah to mercy all the Muslim.
Ask Allah to do mercy for the Muslim? Why?
Yeah,
Where does it say that he will going to ask, or is he going to intercede for the Muslims?
actually, I had some question. Can I ask the questions to you?
Like I said, you will never understand the answer because you are a Muslim.
Why?
Because you are a Muslim, your brain is dead.
I don't
Allah
know.
says in the Quran, He made you from a blood clot. You know what the first verse that was revealed to Muhammad? The first verse in Ghar
Yeah,
Hira. What is? Recite
Ikra
those
bismi,
verses. Mm.
Rabbikal lazi
Ikra
khalaq,
bismi. Okay, what does
Rabbikal
that
lazi
mean?
khalaq. You
What
have
does
to
that mean?
read by the name of God who created you.
Not God. Ikra bismi rabbi kallazi khalaka. Read in the name of your Rabb who created you. Khalakal insana min alak. How did Allah created you from? A blood clot. So you are
Uh,
made with a blood clot.
no, not blood clot. I heard that Allah created the two group of person from Adams. on is for on group is will be sent to Jannat,
Listen,
and on group
listen,
will
listen.
be sent to
जमे
Jahannam.
हुए खून के एक लोथरे से इंसान की तख्लीक की। जमा हुआ खून, ब्लड
What does
क्लॉट।
it mean by cleansing substance?
जमे हुए खून के लोथरे से इंसान की तख्लीक की। लेट्स गो हियर, कंट्रोल सी, लेट्स डू translation.google.com, let's say Urdu to English. Let's read. Man was created from a clot of congealed blood, a blood which is congealed. So basically, you are born by a dead blood. You are zombies. So you cannot comprehend. So that is why you will not be able to understand any answer that I will give you. Because according to your Allah, you were created through a blood clot. That is the
Actually,
first verse Allah
all these
revealed.
biases have other interpretation in the YouTube available. So I watched some videos. They interpreted it differently
You can interpret
in
it.
here.
So now in the latest, when you realize that the man cannot be born from blood clot, you change the meaning. Is that my fault? When Allah was
Yeah,
saying
you
everyone
cannot
believed,
translate. You cannot.
when Allah was saying that, when Allah was saying that, everyone believed that person was made through blood clot in that time. Yes or no?
Yeah, but it really doesn't mean that
Okay,
Allah
so basically
tried to
everyone
tell
believed
exact.
that, and yet Allah did not fix that, right?
You have to read the tafsir to understand
Okay,
it.
read the
What
tafsir.
Allah tried to tell. Yeah.
So let's read the tafsir, right?
Okay.
And if the tafsir says the same thing, then
Okay, we will see it.
okay, let's see. There you go. Let's see, guys. Tafsir. What does tafsir says? Tafsir. All of the tafsirs. Ibn Abbas says, uh, the son of Adam from a clot. Tafsir al Jalalain. Created man from a blood clot. And he actually says, Alak is the plural of alaka, which is a small quantity of congealed blood, means a very small quantity of blood clot. This is the tafsir. Tafsir Ibn Kasir. This is the first surah revealed. Okay. Now he's talking about the first chapter. Now this is the first verse. And then let's go to Khalaqal Insana min Alaq. Where it is, where it is, where it is, where it is. Okay, Bil Alaq. Okay. By thought he taught man, there's a nation state record thing. He's not even saying that here. Why? Bil Acha. Where is the Bil Alaq? Okay. Ruko. Blood. There you go. Alaq, which means congealed blood, means a blood which is clotted, which is now stuck. So Ibn Kasir says that, oh no, this is what Madudi is saying it. Okay, Madudi is saying it, Jalalain is saying it, and everyone is saying it. So what should I do? Every single scholar. Oh, by the way, it's the name of the chapter is clot. Ha 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 ha! The name of the chapter is clot as well. The blood clot. The blood clot. And this is what Ibn Kasir is saying. Ibn Kasir is also saying Allah made man with creation of a dangling clot. So all of your early scholars, all of your early scholars agree that you people are made from a blood clot. You zombies, you can't comprehend an answer because you were created as a zombie. So how will I answer something and you will understand unless you leave this ideology and get out of it?
Actually, I'm not a medical student, so I am not familiar with the
You don't need to be
terms.
a medical expert to know that blood clot means dead cells, and no living thing can come out of dead cells. We all know that. You don't need to be a medical expert to know that. I'm not
Well,
asking you to tell me some stages. So you think if we put some blood clot in your mother's womb, she will be able to bear you as a child. If that is true, then Allah is true. And if that is true, then that child will be a zombie.
well, I didn't come to talk about Quran and Hadith. I want to talk with different topics. That is the argument of contingency, which I recently heard,
You
and
don't
it
even know what
very
the argument of contingency is, because to know the argument of contingency, you need to know that Allah is silly. because Allah is not contingent, is he?
But the argument of contingency firstly prove that the God is not contingency.
So what is
Is
what is the argument of contingency?
it says that everything we see is contingent and it has
Who says that?
everything.
Who says that?
We see everything.
Who
We
says
see
it?
everything in. We see definitely everything we see in the universe is contingent,
Who said
dependent
this?
to other. What does it mean? What do you mean by who
Who
said?
said this? What is who created the argument of contingency?
Oh, actually, I forgot the name, but what's the name? Spin something. Actually, I could not tell you the name, but uh, I know how the argument is made and what how it relate to God.
So,
Like
okay, so argument of
it's mean
contingency according to you is what? Tell me.
like everything we see around us and in our universe is dependent to something.
Okay.
And
And
therefore our universe is also contingent, and
okay,
it should be dependent to something else.
okay,
And the last cause and it is dependent to God and which Islamic I mean Muslim people say Allah is Allah.
okay. Now, let's talk about this argument of contingency. You don't even know the argument of contingency. Okay,
And
this is
actually,
a
I know, but I
philosophical argument.
cannot
Please,
explain you
HM,
properly.
please.
Okay, okay.
Shh. You don't know Jack. You just heard this thing from a YouTube channel. This is a
No,
philosophical
I
argument.
told you that I forgot the name.
This is a you heard it from a YouTube channel. This is a philosophical argument. It's a
Yeah,
philosophy, okay,
yeah.
which is haram in Islam. Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah said, if you use logic, philosophy, falsafa, you are going to become a murtad, okay? And
Can you
now
show
we
the
will use the
evidence from
philosophy.
Quran and Hadith? Can you show the evidence that philosophy is haram and to show the and to see the evidence?
Okay, there you go.
What?
This is the evidence. Is Shara Kitab al-Banad min Asul al-Diniya. This is Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah. Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah is saying, what? Let's do it in English so that you will actually be able to read it. He says, whoever philosophizes has become therefore, what? Ibn Taymiyyah said, logical, and whoever becomes logical has become heretic. So you cannot use philosophy and you cannot use logic, because if you use logic, which is philosophy, you will become a heretic. It says philosophy leads to logic and logic leads to heresy. Okay? So
But
if you
from
use
where you are showing
philosophy,
this?
I showed you the Arabic text of the book. This is Ibn Taymiyyah showing that philosophy leads to heresy. I just showed it to you. Okay?
But
It's right here.
I
This
think
is this is Ibn
Quran and
Taymiyyah
Hadith,
who is saying that. Okay? Now, tell me
Quran and
something.
Hadith
Okay, in
are
Hadith,
only source to take.
Quran and Hadith are the
Mm,
only sources. Are you sure?
yeah, there are some sources, but
Are
Quran
they
and Hadith
sure?
are the main source.
Okay, let's go to the Quran and Hadith. Do you know how to do wudu?
What?
Do you know how to do wudu? Wuzu.
Yeah,
Okay. If you fart, is your wuzu nullified?
yeah, definitely.
Okay. When your wuzu is nullified, when you go, do you clean your back hole
Black hole means no, no,
from where the fart came out? Do you fart from your mouth or your back hole?
no. We don't clean it.
So you clean your mouth, right?
Yeah,
Okay. But fart came out of your previous back hole, not from your mouth.
yeah. Actually, I
Show me
don't want to
logically, show
talk
me
about
logically,
this. I just
show me logically that even though fart came out from a different hole, but you have to clean a different hole to get the wazoo back in. Show me logically. If you can show
I
this to me
I can I
logically,
can't
then
I
Islam
can't
has
show
logic.
you.
If you can't show it to me logically, then Islam doesn't have logic. And that is
No,
why
I
Ibn
cannot.
Taymiyyah said, that is why,
I
and
cannot.
now that is why Ibn Taymiyyah said, logic leads to heresy. Because if you use logic in Islam, you will be like, this is such an illogical deen. This is what you're
No,
going to say.
what you
And if you're
said
going to say
previously,
this,
show the exact evidence where Islam says that philosophy is haram.
I
Can't
just
you say
showed it.
this?
Listen, my friend, I showed it to you. Ibn Taymiyyah said, you said, use only hadith. Now I'm using the hadith, the method of wuzu in hadith. And if you fart, your wudu is nullified, is in the hadith. And then I asked you, if you fart, is your wudu going to be nullified? You said yes. And then I asked you, you fart with what hole? Your front hole or your back hole? You said back hole. Then I ask you, how is it that you are going to put water in your mouth and yet your back hole farting is cleaned because you put water in your mouth? Do you fart from your mouth or you fart from your back hole? You said from your back hole. I don't know if Muhammad used to fart from his mouth. But the problem here is if you use logic, by logic, you should be cleaning your back hole because you farted with your back hole, not with your front hole. So by definition, this is no logic in it. Is there any logic now? Show me the logic in Wadu then.
No, I don't see any logic here, but
Okay,
maybe
so
there are
if you
some
don't
other
see any
reasons.
logic, then Allah was illogical, Muhammad was illogical, and you should not follow an illogical person.
But I think our knowledge is maybe limited, so we cannot.
No, there is no limitation in that knowledge. We know according to every single book of knowledge by essence with complete structure that you never fart from your mouth. You never
But
fart from your mouth.
you didn't show the evidence where say Islam says that philosophy
It's
is
right
haram.
in front of you, Ibn Taymiyyah's statement. Do you think Ibn
But
Taymiyyah is a stupid idiot?
who is I don't know about who is Ibn Taymiyyah. Uh,
So do you think Ibn Taymiyyah is
is he
stupid
wrote
idiot?
any tafsir of Hadith and Quran?
Okay. Do you think Ali knows logic better than you?
Ali means which
Ali
one?
ibn Abu Talib.
Yeah, definitely he knows better than me. But
Okay.
it should be
Ali ibn Talib
authentic.
said, do not use logic. There you go. The religion were based on opinion. If religion was based on opinion or logic, it would have been more important to wipe the under part of the shoe than the upper. But I have seen Messenger of Allah wiping over part of his shoe. He said, do not give opinion, logical opinions. These are called logical opinions. He said, wuzu, in the method of wuzu, when you are wiping your feet, if you are wearing a leather sock, he said, why do you wipe from the top part of the sock instead of the lower part? Because the lower part is what touches the ground. So lower part is dirty, not the upper part. Ali ibn Talib said, if you are going to base your religion on logical opinions or option, then you should actually wash the lower part of the feet when doing wudu, not the upper. Why are you wiping the upper part? He said it has nothing to do with logic. Whatever said, you have to do. This is Sunan Abi Dawood and the hadith is Sahih.
But I have to say one thing that our knowledge of logic it change every day,
So why do you
and
bring, okay,
what
if the knowledge is going to change, why are you bringing to me a philosophy to defend Islam when, because that's going to change then. Tomorrow, the contingency argument might change. So if Allah supposedly is true through the contingency argument, tomorrow Allah is going to be false through the same contingency argument because you said it's going to change. Then how can you
yeah.
prove Allah from this argument? Because your argument, the argument here is destroyed that you cannot use philosophy or logic or opinion.
But you still didn't show any evidence from Hadith and Quran that.
Are you mentally retarded? I just showed it to you. It's in the hadith. I showed you Ibn Taymiyyah. I showed you with the evidence, and you say so. That you like did I not tell you beforehand? Because you are born out of a congealed blood clot, you will never understand my answer. Did I not show it to you beforehand? I'm showing you. You said show me hadith. I showed you hadith where Ali is saying do not use opinions logic. I showed it to you. It's in front of you. You say I'm not showing it. I showed you Ibn Taymiyyah. You said I don't know Ibn Taymiyyah. Show me the hadith. I showed you the hadith. So no matter what I show you, you will not believe
So
it.
what? So what you're saying to me, like how what I should do right now, like logically thinking or not? Like it's like if Islam says logic, don't
Okay, Islam
think
never
logically,
says think
then.
logical. Islam always says accept what is written. Islam never said think logical. There is not a single verse in the Quran which says think logically. Not a single one.
But I heard a hadith that definitely says that we should think logically before
Show me the hadith which
giving.
says think logically.
I have to take time, but I will definitely
There is
can show
none.
you.
There is none. You can come back after 1,000 years and you will not find it. All right.
Definitely, I can.
Let's go to the argument of contingency. Everything is dependent on everything. In which manner?
Which manner means?
Which manner? Am I dependent on something? In which manner?
I didn't get what do you mean by which manner.
You are bringing an argument of contingency, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How am I dependent on everything? What is in what manner? Spiritually? Physically? What manner am I dependent on everybody?
Uh, as we see, we are physically dependent, like our physical world, everything in the physical world, everything is dependent. So how, like,
So am I
spiritually, it's
dependent
not possible.
on my friends?
No, we are dependent on we are dependent our parent to a parent.
If my parents die, I will die.
No.
Okay. So am I dependent on my
So
friends? Because I, as a human being, have some feelings that requires me to have a relationship.
can you repeat
Because
it?
I need to love, I need to hate, I need to be angry, I need to be happy. So am I dependent in these attributes to somebody else?
I didn't get it. Can you repeat it?
Can I be angry on you without you being there?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you are needed for me to be angry on you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. If I love my wife or my children or my friends, am I depending on them to express my love feeling, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God. So there are certain feelings that are dependent on others. Unless the others are there, I cannot express those feelings, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So argument of contingency says that if you are dependent on something, your microphone went really bad. Okay. So argument of contingency says if you are dependent on somebody for your things, you are not God, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now let's look at the attributes of Allah. In the attributes of Allah, does Allah have
No.
anger?
Partially, I'm saying about God, not Allah.
I'm
Like
talking about
God.
Allah. Listen to me very carefully. I'm currently talking about Allah. How
No,
many
but it
attributes of Allah are?
the argument of contingency prove God,
Yes,
not
I'm going to
Allah. So
destroy every God except one in this argument. Because this argument was not Islamic. This was a Christian argument. Christian philosopher built this argument. And this argument destroys Allah. So in the attributes of Allah, how many attributes of Allah?
There are lots of attributes like in Quran. There is 99 names, and
Okay,
all of
99,
these are
99
attributes.
attributes of Allah. Okay, perfect. In the attributes
No,
of Allah, there is an attribute called He is merciful, Ar-Rahman, correct?
yeah, He's all merciful.
Then, then there is another attribute called He is the King.
Yeah,
Then there is an attribute is As-Salam, which means giver of peace.
yes,
Then there is another attribute called the guardian, Al-Mu'aymin.
yes.
Okay.
There are
Then
lots
there is
of,
another attribute called Al-Ghufar, means forgiver.
yeah,
Okay. Then there is another attribute where it is called He is the anger. He is anger. He is Jabbar. He is Kahar. Correct.
yeah. Since he has feelings, so he get angry,
He has
sad.
feelings. So if Allah is all alone, one as in singular, he cannot express any of these attributes of himself. Hence, he needs to create creation so that he could express these attributes. So, Allah is dependent on his creation. And you said if anything is dependent on something else, that thing can never be God. So, by essence, that you, philosophy that you bring in, the philosophy or contingency, your Allah can never be God. That is why philosophy and logic leads to heresy. Now, based on the argument that you bring in, the argument of contingency, Allah is not contingent in himself. He needs his creation to fulfill his attributes. Hence, Allah cannot be God based on the contingency argument.
Yeah,
Now
I
you should
got
leave
the
Allah.
point. I got the point, but uh,
There is no
since
but.
he's
There is no but.
since since he's
he is
omnipotent,
he
why
is
he
he is
need
not
this?
contingent. He is not contingent because he needs his creation to fulfill his attribute, so he is not contingent.
But since he's omnipotent,
He is
why
not,
he
listen,
needs
it
his
doesn't, listen,
creation?
Allah is not omnipotent. I just listen. In the argument of contingency, stick to this one right now. There is no omnipotent in the contingency argument. Okay, does Allah needs his creation to fulfill his attributes? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay, so then he is not contingent. Hence, based on the argument of contingency, he cannot be God.
but without his creation, he still can be still he
Loving to
has
who?
this.
Loving to who? He can be angry to who? He can talk to who?
But he
Himself?
still has the quality, but he will not
It's not
get
about
angry.
quality, it is the
He
expression of these qualities. Because, like I said, I can be loving, but I need some other human beings to be loving. So, Allah is
you
contingent
you have the
on the
quality, but
creation. It doesn't say that.
since
It doesn't say that. It does not say that. The quality, it doesn't say quality. The argument of contingency has nothing to do with quality. It says it's a core logic. It is the thing that needs somebody else to fulfill himself. To fulfill himself. Allah cannot fulfill himself if he cannot express all of his arguments. So because Allah cannot fulfill himself unless the creation is created, hence he is dependent on the creation. The argument of contingency is the argument of the philosophical arguments of Christianity. In Christianity, we have three persons in one Godhood. The three person in one Godhood, they are fully contingent in themselves because every single attribute that they have, they can express it in between each other. They can speak in between each other. They can love each other. They can, if somebody says something wrong which they do not, they can express anger as well because there are three persons in the godhood of Christianity. So this argument that you brought to me, the argument of contingency, is actually destroying Allah in complete essence and proving that you have to leave Allah and become a Christian and believe in a triune nature of God.
So the argument of contingency prove a Christian God.
You remember in the beginning I said something. The people who are born out of blood clot, they will not be able to comprehend. Did I not say that?
Yeah, you said it.
Okay. So you will not be able to comprehend. But at
No,
least you learned one
I
thing.
told you that it if it prove any type of God, it is okay. I don't need to prove Allah, but any type of God.
No, no, it's not about you proving Allah. It actually disproves Allah. Now you leave Allah and say, bye bye, Allah. You are not contingent in your argument. So the contingency argument disproves Allah.
Yeah,
So now you have to leave Allah.
it
Say, Allah
looks
is a
like
false God. Allah is a false God. He is dependent on his creation.
yes, it looks like he should be dependent
Then say
creation.
Allah is a
So
false God because he cannot be dependent because you brought in the argument of contingency.
well, I'm not saying because I
No,
have to
you have to say it
learn.
now because who brought this argument? Did I bring up this argument or you did?
I brought it,
You brought it. Did I not ask you not to go into logic because logic leads to heresy? Did I not tell you that beforehand?
but you didn't show the evidence
Did I?
from Quran and
I
Hadith.
showed you silly, you stupid. I did show you
No,
the evidence. Why are you saying that again and again that I did not? I showed it to you evidence that Ibn Taymiyyah, your great scholar, said heresy, the philosophy leads to heresy. And this is a philosophical reasoning of defining God. And it says philosophy leads to heresy. وذلك قال ابن تيمية من فلسف فقد تمتن ومن تمتن فقد زندق. If you use philosophy, that will lead to logic, mantak, which is logic, and that mantak will lead you to zandak, which means heresy. So Ibn Taymiyyah actually said that. I showed it to you. Then I showed it to you that your Ali, the cousin of Muhammad, whom he gave his own daughter to marry, said, do not use opinions or logical opinions. Because if you use logical opinions, then you are not supposed to do cleaning of the feet from the top in wudu, but from the bottom. So you just have to follow it. So after I gave you all of these things, then I actually explained to you, and I thought that you will say, okay, I'm not going to use logic and philosophy. But still you were adamant in using philosophy. Now, based on the philosophy that you brought in, Allah cannot be God. Now leave this God. Leave
yeah,
this silly God
if
who
if
is the
I
most
leave
absolute silly
Allah,
God.
okay, well, if I leave Allah, then does this argument prevent it of other gods?
So Allah is a false God because he is not contingent in himself.
Actually, the point you made it proves that he's dependent. So it disprove by this argument it disproves Allah. But I don't have any much more knowledge on this argument, so I have to study a bit
So
more.
no, no, you
Do
brought
you
up
have
this
any other?
argument. You
Do you have any
brought this
other point?
argument and you said this proves Allah. You said that. Now leave this Allah. Why are you
Do
hesitant in
you,
leaving Allah now?
do you have any other point by which you can disprove God as well? Like,
Not God, Allah.
yeah, sorry, Allah.
So is one point not sufficient?
Yeah, it's sufficient, but I will
Then
definitely
that's it. Then
study
leave
on
him.
this.
No, you don't have to study. You already studied it. You brought it to me to prove your God. You said Allah is not dependent on anything. I just proved that He is. Now you should leave this stupid, idiotic God.
Well, I will study on this point, but can you show
Why?
other points
No,
where
there is no other point. Why do I need to show other point? Is Allah everywhere?
no,
No. If Allah is not omniscient, omnipresent, then how do you believe this to be God? Is
no,
Shaitan
Allah,
omnipresent?
no.
Wherever you go, Shaitan is with you, right?
Yeah, but it really doesn't mean that he's not omnipotent. Like we can tell lie. It really doesn't mean that we
Listen,
are
listen, listen.
omnipotent,
Muhammad
since
said,
God cannot lie.
Muhammad said, Shaitan runs in your veins.
Yeah,
Devil runs in your vein, right? flows in a man like his blood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So is devil with every one of you?
Yeah.
Okay. When you go to the gutter, devil is with you, right?
Yes.
When you have sex with your wife, the devil is with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Allah with you in every location?
But no, not evaluation,
No.
but
Okay.
you can
So you are
see
telling me,
everything.
in Islam, devil is with everyone and everywhere, but Allah is not with everyone and everywhere.
Uh, Here I have a point. Like we can tell lie, Allah cannot lie. So it really doesn't mean that
Okay,
we
Allah
are
do lie.
omnipotent.
Okay,
Like
I can show you Allah do lie. So if I show you that Allah lie, will you leave this stupid idiotic Allah?
he lied. He exactly not lied, but he tried to gave us some lessons so that we can learn.
I am
Therefore,
asking, if I show you that
yeah,
Allah
I
lied,
know,
then
I know what you try, what you will show me, but it really not
did
lying, but
Allah lie or not?
no, he didn't lie, but he tried to give us some lessons from where we can learn.
Okay, once again, if I show you exact evidence that Allah lied
Yeah,
clearly, not
from
lesson,
Quran, from
from
Quran.
Quran, what will, so Allah is talking in Quran. Is Allah talking somewhere else?
No, like in Hadith, we can
So if I
Prophet
show you from the
interpreted
Quran that Allah lied, then what will you do? Will you leave Allah right now?
like no, not definitely leave Allah, but
Then
it will
listen.
be proven
So
that it will
you
be
you
proven
believe
that he
you believe
lied.
you believe in Allah who is
Yeah.
contingent on his people. Okay, his creation. So Allah is dependent on his creation. You believe in Allah who is not with every human being, yet you believe in this Allah. You believe that Allah is a liar and he lied to his most beloved prophet, Muhammad.
Well, let's see the ayat where is lied.
Remember, O Muhammad, when Allah showed them to you in your dreams, a few people, and if He had shown them to you as many, you would have lost courage and would have disputed in the matter. But Allah save, indeed He is knowing within what is in the heart. So it's the battle of Badr time. Allah showed Muhammad, or Uhud time, I forgot which one. And Allah showed Muhammad that the enemy forces are very little. And Muhammad told all of his followers that they are very little, they are very few people. But when the army was in front of Muhammadan's army, they said, "Yeah, Muhammad, you said there are very few. Damn, man, there are too many." And then Allah revealed this verse. I actually showed it to use little, less number of people because I did not wanted you to lose courage. So Allah lied to Muhammad that the army you are going to fight are very little in number. He lied to Muhammad himself.
Yeah, it shows that he lied, but
It shows that
I don't
lies,
know.
but there is no but. Where is but in it? The but is
But
there with you,
tafsir,
which you are
we
using to
have to
sit
see,
on the
we have to see
punya. There is no
tafsir,
but here. Where is
tafsir.
but? There
What
is no but.
I, I I tried to say that we have to see that tafsir where like the
Alright, there you go,
interpretation.
tafsir. Ethe raksu. Ethe bhi teri maa marne. Allah showed them to you, O Muhammad, in your dream on the day of Badr, a few in number. And he had shown them to you many, we would have flattered. Run away. So Allah literally showed him less people coming to attack you to Muhammad. He lied to Muhammad, whereas there were so many. Okay, Jalalain. Remember when God showed you in your dream, in your sleep, a few of them. So you informed the companions. So Muhammad lied to his companions as well that they are very little. So they were very happy. Okay, we are gonna attack them because they are very few. Kastani, when God showed them to you, O heart, in the dream state of the inactivity of outer sense and the tranquility, as being little worth and feeble. Ibn Kasir, an eye opener. Other. Mujahid said in dream, the microphone is creating noise. Allah showed the Prophet enemy as view. Prophet conveyed this news to his companion and their resolved strengths. Similar was said by Ibn Ishaq. Yes, all of the tafsir are saying Allah tricked Muhammad by lying to Muhammad that the enemy number is very few. Now, your Allah is a small little liar.
Actually, he tried to encourage Muhammad. So how
Listen,
can I say
courage
it's
Muhammad by lying, correct?
logically yes.
Thank you so
Fine.
very much. So Allah is a liar as well. He lies.
From this ayat we can say it.
So now Allah is a liar. Okay. Allah is contingent on the creation. He needs his creation. Allah is not everywhere with every human being. But shaitan is, the devil is. And Allah is a liar as well. Why do you still follow this kind of a silly God?
Firstly, I told you that I have some questions.
No,
I'm
no, 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 no,
seeking
no.
the
That
answer.
question, listen, that question is about the argument of contingency. That's long gone. Now we are going in the second direction.
You
Now
ask
your
why I
Allah,
follow.
yeah, now
Yeah,
your
tell.
Allah is a proven liar. Why do you follow this kind of a God who is a proven liar?
So liar really doesn't mean that we cannot follow him.
No, liar doesn't mean, okay, you want to follow a lying God? Liar doesn't mean that we shouldn't follow him. So you want to
Well,
follow,
well,
how
well.
many, okay,
Let
listen,
me
listen, listen, listen,
let me tell.
listen. This thing, listen. This thing was proven that Allah is a liar because they saw the real enemy in front, right? Then Allah
If
got
anyone
proven to be a liar, right?
if anyone tells a lie in some in any moment,
Listen,
it
my
really
question.
doesn't mean that he's
Try to understand my
not a
question.
good person.
Listen, try to understand my question. Here, Allah was proven a liar because the Muhammad and his followers saw the true size of enemy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. When Allah says when you die and in the Jannah you will get many virgins to have bang bang with, how can we believe that he is not lying on this verse because we never went to Jannah? We never went to Jannah. We don't know if Jannah
I
exists or not.
I really never thought like this.
So if Allah lies on one location, but that location we can prove that Allah is a liar, but on the other locations where we cannot prove, how do we know that that statement is actually not true as well? So
Yeah,
you
it's
believe that when you
logically
die,
seems.
you will go to Jannah and do bang bang with so many huris. Nobody saw the Jannah. How do you know that statement is not a lie as well?
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, then leave this stupid idiotic God. There is no reason to believe this kind of a God who lies.
But there are many reasons to believe. Like if you
Dude,
read
if
another,
one of his statement is proven a lie, how do you believe that any of his statement is true?
we still trying to not leave. Therefore, we are seeking a better, like I
Better,
don't know how
better.
what
I don't care.
what to
I
do,
don't
but
care. I'm asking you a simple question. If one of his statement was proven a lie, how do you know that other statements that we cannot prove is not a lie?
yeah, could be.
Then Allah is a false God.
No, false, not false, but liar. You can say.
Okay, silly. A lying God is always a false God because we do not know whether he was lying in other statements or not. So you should leave this stupid God.
No, I
You
have
need to
to
find a better
study.
God.
I have to study, and I will see another other
Uh,
interpretation.
other definition. Dude, it doesn't matter right now. The location that we are in, no matter what attributes of Allah you prove to be God, it doesn't matter. If a God has lied once, on something that has been proven that it's a lie, how can you believe this God to say truth on other locations which cannot be proven? Simple question. No matter how you can prove Allah to be God, it's irrelevant right now. I am simply asking, if he lied in one location, the other location where you supposedly can prove him to be God, let's say there is a location by which you can prove him to be God. How do you say that that location he is telling the truth?
But he guaranteed us that you will not deceive with us
How can
in.
how can you accept his guarantee when at one location he already proved it to you that he's a liar? How
Because
can you accept a
Quran,
guarantee of a liar? So if
the
if
ayat,
somebody if
the ayat,
somebody is an absolute liar, if somebody is an absolute liar, we are proven to he is proven to be an absolute liar. How can
but
you actually acknowledge that any other location where he made a promise or where he said something in a promising way, that location he's telling you the truth?
maybe this ayat has specific reason and it is
It
like
does
kind
not
of
matter what the
exception.
reason is. It does not matter what the reason. Maybe there is a reason over there where he is saying something. I'm asking you simple. So in
No,
your
listen.
neighborhood, let's
Once,
assume
once in Islam, like wine was legal, but there after
what is
he
legal? What?
wine
Wine is legal in Islam.
wine was legal, but later on it was banned. So
So
maybe there
when
are
was it
some.
banned? When was it banned?
When was it banned? Means the time when like I
After
don't know the exact
Muhammad,
time.
after Muhammad ate the poisonous meat in the Khyber and his mouth was have a big issue. It has an ulcer. And now Muhammad cannot drink wine. Finally, he said wine is haram. Before that, wine was not haram. It was haram after Muhammad had issues in his mouth by eating the meat at Khyber. It is in chapter number 5, which is the second last chapter of the Quran. That is where it was revealed that wine is the amalu shaitan. It is the shaitanic act. Because when Muhammad used to put wine in his mouth, probably because his mouth is already destroyed by the poison, only then it was made haram. But it has nothing to do with Allah being a liar.
But the when the Quran was completed, therefore can we say that he's still a liar? He's still a liar.
Exactly, it is in the Quran. I'm reading you the Quran. You said, show me from the Quran. I'm showing it from the Quran. Allah is a liar from the Quran. This is the Quran.
Okay, okay, let's
I'm
accept
not
it.
going to Hadith.
He's a liar. Okay, let's
Allah is a liar
accept it.
in the Quran. He said in the Quran that he lied to Muhammad.
Okay, he's liar, but what I past like presented you, uh, is there any other chance to prove any type of gods except
There is no, like I said
personal
again
god?
and again, and 10 times I said, how can you believe any of his statement when in one of his statement he's proven liar?
Yeah, it seems like one religious scripture cannot have any type of flaw. So one, I
So Allah is a proven liar. Leave this God.
I don't know how to live, but
I'll tell you how to live. Say, Allah is a false God. Muhammad is a false prophet. Say,
not I'm not saying it. But can you
why are you
tell
not
any
saying it?
other?
If you believe that Allah is a liar, just say it. Allah is a false God. Muhammad is a false prophet.
Well, I will ask question to scholar, Islamic scholar. Then
So
I will
listen,
see
listen.
that what they say
Are
about
you
it.
married?
Like you,
Are you married?
I don't want to say anything personal information about me.
There is not, like, how is this such a personal information? Are you married or not? Am I asking your address? Am I asking your wife's name? Am I asking your
No,
children's name?
I'm not.
Are you
Well, not.
married?
I'm not married.
Okay, so when you are going to marry somebody, will you go to the mufti and say, Mufti, I'm putting a hole in the door. You look and watch what I'm doing with my wife. And if I'm doing something un-Islamic, shout out, hey, you are doing this un-Islamic, HM.
No, definitely no.
Definitely not. Okay. So are you going to use your freaking brain that you have in your head that
No, but
okay,
I'm saying about Quran and it's ayat. So
so Quran
you are
actually talks to
saying
you. So Quran doesn't tell you how to do sex. Can you do sex in any way you matter? Did people
no,
not ask Muhammad how to do sex? Does the Quran does
yes,
not say that go to your wife from wherever you want to? Does the Quran doesn't say
yes,
that? It
yeah,
actually
yeah,
it
yeah.
says whatever passage you desire. So basically you can actually have an anal sex as well, right?
Maybe
Maybe. So you have to ask the Mufti, look at from the
like
whole what I'm doing with my wife. So if my wife is not doing what I'm asking you, tell me what I'm doing wrong. You have to ask. You have to see. He has to see and verify. You're doing it the right Islamic way.
but since I don't have any knowledge about the other interpretation, like when
There is
I
nothing
see a
called other
video
interpretation.
from an
Mr. HM.
atheist, it look
Mr.
very
HM,
appealing. But
am I asking you to become an atheist? I'm asking you to become
no,
agnostic. What is agnostic? Agnostic is the person who learns about gods and see which god is better. Okay. So first thing you need
I,
to do is become an
I
agnostic means,
but what I know
okay,
about
let's see.
agnostic is he doesn't know anything about God, or yeah. But,
So you have to
atheists
leave this
claim.
god. Leave this god. Say Allah is a false god and let's learn which is the true God. Say
So you mean I have to first leave God? Without leaving, I cannot.
not leave
Uh,
God, leave Allah and let's believe in
okay.
God
So
and let's figure out who is the true God.
without leaving Allah, I cannot rationally think which one is
No,
correct
you
and how.
cannot because you are, like I said before, the first thing I said, remember, if you are
Well,
born from a,
if I
if you
forget
are born
all,
out of a blood clot, your brain is dead. So yes, you have to
well,
leave Allah and then
if
start
I
searching for a true God.
if I forget the Hadith and Quran and just assume that there is a Allah, not God, so is it
No,
possible to think
yes,
rationally
no,
about
no,
God?
you cannot. This is not rational. Allah is a God of Muhammad. So you cannot have this God of Muhammad because he's proven liar. He's proven contingent on his creation. He is proven that he is not with every human being. So leave this God, leave this God Allah, and let's believe in some God and let's figure out who is this true God.
Yeah, what I'm doing, but I have the belief in Allah.
That's so your belief is now finished. Is he a liar? Yes. How can you believe a liar? So if I show you a hadith in which a liar is present, will you accept that hadith?
No, I'll doubt on it.
You will call it daif, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Quran a hadith?
What?
Is Quran a hadith?
No.
No, Quran is a hadith. Chapter number 12, verse number 111. Quran is the hadith of Allah. The Ahsan al
Oh
Hadith
yeah,
is
yeah.
Quran. Okay. So the Ahsan al Hadith that has been given to Muhammad, in that hadith, in the chain of narration, one of the person named Allah is a liar. How can you believe this hadith of Allah when Allah is proven liar? When Allah is proven liar, how can you believe this hadith of Allah? Quran chapter 39, verse number 23 as well. Allahu nazzalna ahsan al hadith kitaban
الحديث
mutashabiha. So Allah is the one who sends the best of the best hadith. So now, if Allah is a liar, if you cannot accept the hadith in which a chain of narrator is a liar, then how can you accept a hadith in which Allah is a liar, the chain of narrator, the final person who is giving the hadith is a liar? So how can you accept this hadith?
Well, what I say to you that let's forget the Hadith and Quran and just except Allah?
No,
Is it possible?
Allah is
Then
only in Quran and Hadith. Allah is nowhere outside Quran and Hadith. So you can believe in God, not in Allah. So
no, but in my
listen,
country
listen,
as
listen.
well, I saw
Your
lots of
shahada is
people.
listen, your shahada is La ilaha illallah. Now you have to change the shahada. La Allah illallah. Illa ilah. So you have to change it. There is no Allah but ilah. So say it. There is no Allah but ilah.
Actually, it's also complex. It is very hard to define which a branch of Islam is correct. Like there are
Every single
thousands.
branch of Islam who believes in Quran is now wrong, because Quran says Allah is a liar. Quran says it's the Ahsan al Hadith, it is the best Hadith. So the best Hadith, the narrator of the best Hadith is a liar. You can't accept this Hadith. So no matter which fiqh of Islam you accept, they are all saying, because Quran is for all of the fiqhs. So Allah is the biggest liar.
Well, the ayat really says exactly this.
So say it, you believe in God, but you do not believe in Allah now. Say it.
No, exactly not saying, but let's assume that there is
Now
Allah.
there is
But
no assumption
we
here. There is
can,
no assumption here.
we can,
There
we
is no
can
assumption.
rationally
There
think.
cannot be any assumption. How can I speak with you who believes in a lying God? How can I
Okay,
believe
okay,
in a lying God?
okay, okay. I will give my judge after like, researching on this. Like
What
the
research do
ayat
you
you
have to
showed,
do? You
the
already
ayat you
what
showed,
research have
and
you do? What is how can you do research when it is clear that Allah lied to Muhammad so that he could take his people to battle? He lied. You cannot change it. No matter who you ask, it's the lie will still be there. The reason, they can give you 10,000 reasons. It doesn't matter. Did he lie? Yes. How can you believe a lying God?
brother, listen to me. There are many,
Listen,
like
I am
thousands of
not.
interpretation, and
Like even in the
when I
thousands of interpretation, Allah
when
lied.
I when I see any type of videos or lecture from a
Hey, listen.
perspective of an atheist or
You are not
non-Muslim,
listening to a
it
video. You are talking to
you're
me.
okay. Well, when I talk non-Muslim to a non-Muslim, it's like you're saying from your own perspective, and your
No,
motive
I'm
is to
not saying it
disprove
from my
Allah.
own perspective. I'm not
But
saying it from my own perspective. This is the
when
perspective
I
that I showed
talk
you. It's there.
when I talk to another person who is not biased, and uh, like your motive is to disprove Allah, and like you're an atheist. Am I
My
correct?
friend, listen. Number one, who told you I'm an atheist? Number two, am I asking you to become an atheist? How many times I told you that I am not asking you to become an atheist? Did I? How many times? Can you count? Do you have some brain? Have
No,
I ever
you
asked
didn't
you to
say
become
it
an
because
atheist?
we didn't talk about this at all.
I just proved it to you that God of the Bible, the triune nature of God, is actually better than Allah.
How
And
can you prove it?
yet you are so silly and ignorant. Now listen,
Okay,
HM, I've
okay.
spent so much time with you. You are born out of blood clot. You are actually a zombie. And I told you in the beginning that you will not understand what I'm saying. You proved my statement to begin with that I was right. You will not understand it and you will not accept it.
What I
So
didn't understood.
do not come to me again, okay? Go. Go home, enjoy. Idiot. Oh man, there are idiots and there are idiots and then there are idiots. Mr. JC, how are you?
Hello, hello, brother Adam. How are you?
I am doing very well, brother JC. I hope you were enjoying this beautiful talk.
Yes, yes, I see that people are testing you as usual.
Man, they are testing me too much, man. There is some other guy here in Light Seeker. I don't know him. Light Seeker, and I will speak with you, JC, in a minute. Mr. Light Seeker, are you a Muslim, non-Muslim?
Hello, Adam. How are you? I am an ex-Muslim.
All right, so give us a second, Mr. Lightseeker. Yes, Mr. JC, before I go to Lightseeker, what would you like to add to this beautiful conversation?
I think I just wanted to see if I could just make you calm down a little bit. I see that they were testing you a bit and try to put a smile on your face or something. But we have an ex-Muslim on waiting. I think probably everybody, me included, would love to see what he would like to say, because people really like to see when Muslims come out of Islam and say what happens. But yeah, I'm happy to actually be here backstage. And if at one point you run out of people to talk with, then maybe we can have a chat. But yeah, should we?
No, no, you
Maybe
can
it's
be
better if
on the
you invite.
stage. You can stay on
Okay,
the
okay,
stage. No worries, okay? By the way, guys,
okay, cool.
JC has his own channel as well. JC, can you please share your channel to the people as well? JC is doing some
Yeah,
historical textual criticism on the Quran, and he's doing an awesome, awesome job, guys. So I ask you to do check his channel and yeah, do check his channel. Mr. Lightseeker, when did you come out of Islam, buddy?
It has been a long time, well, not very long, like maybe year, yeah, 7, 8 months maybe. And I left it on your channel, and it's due to your teachings that I have left it.
Oh, that's good. I forgot then. So many people leave Islam on my channel that I actually forget. So welcome out of that
Yeah,
hellhole. And
thank you.
are you going to show us something, or do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to discuss about the preservation of Quran, and I was having a discussion with my Shia friend, and I told him about a Shia hadith that mentions that the Quran that
Quran that? Okay, his voice is gone. Is it gone on my side or is it gone on everybody's end?
it is gone at my side as well. Sorry, we can't hear you, Light Seeker.
So this is the channel of our brother JC. Channel name is Quranic Endgame. I have just shared it with everyone. Here you go. This is the this is the channel of our brother JC, and Light Seeker's voice is gone. I don't
hello,
know what to
hello, can
do.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, maybe there was an issue with the mic. So I was saying that I was having a discussion with my Shia friend, and I told him about a hadith that mentions that the Quran that Jibril brought had 17,000 verses.
Hmm.
So that initially blew his mind, but then he showed another hadith to me, and I was confused because in that hadith, and that is from a book of Tafsir, Majmul Bayan fi Tafsir al Quran. In that hadith, sorry, in that book, there is mention of a hadith, and in that hadith, there is the exact number of Quranic verses and
Hmm.
exact number of Quranic surahs that are mentioned, and that are like exactly as
When was
per
Muajjamul
our
Quran first? When
Muslims.
was Muajjamul Quran first written?
I just checked it, and it was written in 12th century.
Okay, so
So
in by the
you can share
by the
my
10th
screen if
century,
you want.
by the 10th century,
The 12th,
you
12th
have.
century.
I know, I heard you, man. Now listen to me. By the 10th
Okay.
century, you already have Quran with its chapters and its surahs already written. So 300 years after the death of Muhammad in the 10th century, the Quran and its surahs are mentioned, right?
Okay.
So you are giving me a book 200 years after the Quran is finally compiled, and in that book it says this is how many surahs, this is how many chapters. So, dude, how, like, imagine if you are saying something which is already present, then you are not predicting something, you are looking at something and writing it.
I get your point. I totally understand. But the point is that I'm not talking about something which the author wrote in the book, but it is actually quoting a hadith of their false prophet, basically.
So all of them are the false hadiths. You need to understand that. None of them were written beforehand. So if you can show me a hadith which is written in the 7th or the 8th century, I have something that to work for. Okay. If you are not showing me that, then you are actually showing me something afterwards. Even all the, like, I was speaking with somebody earlier, and he was referring me to a hadith in Sunan an-Nasai, and I was like, that Sunan an-Nasai, when it was written, that event has already happened. So how you can talk about the event which has already happened in a hadith and say it's a prediction? You need to understand this very important fact, that these books are written afterward, and especially this book is written afterward. So the book which was written before the Quran was actually collected, in that book it is saying that Quran has 17,000 verses. You need to understand that.
Oh,
That it
interesting.
depends on the book which you are reading. Marajul Aqul, all right, is written
Yeah.
by who? And it has in Mirajul Aqul, what is it saying? That according to the companion Ali ibn Hakam, right, from Ibn Hisham, it is saying that Quran was revealed by 17,000 verses. All right. And Ilama Majlisi, who is one of their greatest imam, said this narration is authentic. Ilama Majlisi is saying this narration is authentic.
Yeah, yeah, you're
Whereas,
correct. I know this.
whereas if you are showing me this hadith, okay, how can you believe this hadith when there is another hadith which has 17,000 verses and it is authentic as well according to Islama Majlisi? So Islama Majlisi did not know about this hadith?
And there are, numerous contradictions in Islam. That's not
There are
something
contradiction
unusual.
in every Islamic understanding, but what I'm saying is, when something is already proven,
Okay.
right? By the time the 9th century, 10th century, 114 chapter of the Quran is already proven. Okay,
Okay. Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
you're correct. I get your point.
So if it is already proven, then how do you believe that? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then it says 6,236 verses. So I don't know which Quran he is taking, because at that time there were like 28, 29 different Qurans.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so when it says 6,236 verses, which Quran he is taking?
I don't know. It's not mentioned in the text.
Okay, so somebody was saying something somewhere. Somebody was saying something somewhere. Because
Okay.
Hafs Quran and Verse Quran has different number of verses. Surah Baqarah has one less verse in the verse Quran, because it unites
Yes.
chapter number 2 verse number, I think, 156 with 157, and it becomes one verse over there, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you are telling me that this guy actually took the Quran or Hafs, not verse?
We don't know.
Exactly, that's the problem. At that particular time, whatever Quran he had in front of him, he wrote it down. And
Mm.
by the way,
Yeah, yeah.
and by the way, there are other Qurans where two other surahs are mentioned as well. Oh, and Hussain Mashni came in. Ibn Masud's Quran has written one surahs. Ye baye, ye baye. So what I'm saying is, what you brought up, this guy is writing it after, in that location where a particular type of Quran is already being stated, and he is now writing it down. So this is
Mm-hmm.
this is the reality of how these people work. So this is already now a common known thing in his area. What if that this guy was in Ethiopia? Would he write such a thing? No. Why would he not write such a thing? Why? Because at that location it's the verse Quran. So number of verses are different. They are less.
Yeah, that's right.
So he is referring to one single type of Quran which was running at his time. In the time of Quran, in the time of Muhammad, in the time of Uthman, let me show you. You prove this, this is the verse. Let me show you. Hold on. I was talking about this
Okay.
earlier. Give me a second. Let me open Mahiyal
Okay,
Quran, which is
sure.
one of the oldest Quran. Now, this is Mahiyal Quran. I will show one manuscript in front of you. Show me where the verse starts and where the verse ends. There you go. Can you show me? There you go. Do you see a full stop
It's
where the verse
hardly
ends?
readable. I don't
Doesn't
know. It's
matter.
hardly
Doesn't matter. You can
readable.
see here a verse is ending, right?
Oh, okay.
Right? So let's go backtrack.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Deen, you don't see any, you don't see any, you don't see any, you don't see any, here. Okay? So
Okay.
from here all the way to here is one verse. Let's see. Is it one verse? No. There is a dot here as well. Then there is a dot here as well. There is a dot here as well. So the early Quran that
Oh,
we have, the verses are broken down much later into number of verses. It was written in a paragraphatical form, not in the verse number form. So if we go
mm-hmm.
all the way back to the 7th century Quran, sorry, 8th century Quran, 9th century Quran, and early 10th century Quran, it was not broken into the verses parts that we have right now.
Okay.
Okay? And what is this book that you are referring to?
It's called Majmul Bayan fi Tafsir al-Quran, Volume 10.
Okay, Majmul Bayan fi
It's
Alumul
basically a
Quran.
tafsir of Surah Al-Insan.
Okay, fi Alumul Quran. Okay. Majmul Bayan fi Alumul Quran. When was it written? First time.
12th century. We can Google it.
They are saying
Let
it.
me think.
What is the carbon dated copy that we have?
Of this tafsir book, I don't know. I only got it from the internet, so I don't have a physical book with me.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm saying. This title appears to be a published work of Quranic sciences, likely from the 20th century rather than an ancient manuscript of the Quran itself. Okay, it says a published book on the
Mhm.
science of the Quran, possibly titled Al Bayan fi Ulumul Quran, authored by Abu Muhammad Abdul Haq Haqqani and published in 1906. As a relatively modern printed book, it would not be subjected to any carbon dating. End of discussion. Even though they are saying that this book
Mhm.
is referring to 12th century, it isn't. This book is referring to the 1906.
Okay.
So in this book, somebody is attributing something to Muhammad without any chain of narrations. There is no chain of narration in that reference for sure. Okay.
Yeah,
Any
there isn't. You are correct.
anybody can say anything. When they do not accept the chain of narration, without the chain of narration, it's a munkar hadith, then how can you actually say that? I have no idea which book, which page that you are referring to. Send me the book and the page number in an email, and I will dig
Uh,
deep into it.
okay, okay.
But what I can see for sure, 12th century Quran is already established, but then there are so many Quran that were established. Number one. Number two, the verses number and the chapter numbers were not described in this manner, the manner that it is described here. Number four, this book has no older reference than 1906. So all of these four things, and the fifth thing is there is no even not no chain of narration as well. So all of these things
Yeah, I
define this is a
discussed with
forgery.
you. There is no chain of narration.
So it's a
You are,
forgery.
you are correct.
So it's a forgery. It is there to deceive the Muslims. So when you
Uh,
were talking to this guy
um,
actually gave you a forgery and just refuted your point because they and you did not look at it in its essence.
yeah, I think there is a chain of narration about that. Yeah, there is. It says with Jane from Said bin al-Musayyab on authority of Ali ibn Abi Talib. So basically,
At
it's
the
a
time
chain
of Ali
from
ibn
Ali.
Talib, at the time of Ali ibn Talib, I just showed you, there are not even verses. There are no verses.
Yeah, yeah, you're correct.
It's right in front of you.
Yes, you're correct. You are expert in
Lying after
the
lying
pretzel
after lying
making,
after lying after lying after lying.
master
They
of
are bunch
pretzel
of liars.
baking.
They are bunch of liars. They are lies the liar, as we discussed earlier. They are lies the liar. How can they not be liar?
Yeah, that's right. And by the way, in this same book, in this same tafsir book, a few pages after this discussion, there was the mention of alaka, and in that it was clearly mentioned from Ibn Abbas that alaka is blood clot. So anyone who says otherwise, he is lying. It is well known that it is blood clot. It is not some clinging thing, or they want to twist the meaning of that, but it is actually referring to blood clot.
Absolutely. It is a blood clot. Every single scholar says it's a
Yeah,
blood clot. They are born out of blood clot. They are zombies. That's why they can't comprehend anything whatsoever.
you're correct.
So zombies do not have a nice brain. That is why the IQ is low as well. Remember what he said? What is his name? Apna. What was the name of the guy? I forgot. So,
HM, the one before
no,
Ibn.
not HM. The Hakikachu, Daniel Hakikachu. He said it's necessary to have a low IQ to stay in Islam.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
That's the reality.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, so it was nice talking to you. I will hear you on YouTube. Thank you for giving me time.
All right, sir. God bless you. Take care. अपना ख्याल रखिएगा.
God bless you too. Khuda Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. All right, Mr. JC. I hope you enjoyed this discussion as well. How they deceive others. So Allah is the deceiver and they are deceiver. They are all deceiving. Allah deceive and they deceive, and Allah is the best of deceiver.
Yes, absolutely. You get to a point that whatever they say, for example, the Tawagandist, the opposite is true. Whatever it is, they never actually say a single thing that is true. It gets to a point that the moment that they say Jesus is not God, then you know it's God. You don't need any further proof. Everything they say is just not good. And this topic that you have just discussed, this is actually really, really cool. I really hope that Lloyd will organize a conversation, a panel conversation, just talking about manuscripts, because it's such a fascinating topic. And also, I think J. Smith has said many times, most of the manuscripts that we have from the 8th, ninth, 10th century, they haven't really been studied, because in the past it had to be done by Muslims, and of course they don't do it. So there is all of this corpus of work that is still has to be done. I have done a little bit of work, like even with the Sana, just going through some verses and comparing with Hafs Quran, and then you see that obviously there is no diacritics, but the Hamzas are not there, they're introduced late. Like the whole thing is a mess. So I really hope that people will start analyzing the manuscripts in the near future.
Absolutely. Mr. God is one Allah with a goat. This is the goat that ate the final manuscript of the Quran and the Rajam verses. Hey, you said Bible clearly predicts the coming of Muhammad. Come on up, prove it. If you prove the coming of Muhammad, I will accept Islam today, right now. Prove it from the Bible that the coming of Muhammad is mentioned. All right? Mr. God is one Allah whose goat ate the Quran. Come up and prove it. Fish in a tie, thank you, brother. Said, ask him if the Quran confirms the Bible. Sir, that would have been a very, very different topic. I do not want to go to that topic. I wanted to speak with him in the topic that he was speaking. Ask him to repent and be baptized. I would have done that, but he is not leaving Allah. How can I do when he is not leaving Allah? And then our brother Steve was saying, Mashni, Steve, you know that you are always welcome. If you want to join in, you are always welcome to join in. You don't have to ask or anything. And he is saying Ibn Masud's of 111. Yep, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what he was saying. And the goat that ate the Quran, especially the two verses, the Rajam verses and adult breastfeeding verses, that goat is with the Allah is one. Come on up, the link is there. Let's see if you can actually do that, because I like this topic. I love it. When somebody says Muhammad is in the Bible, I just love it. There is a verse in the Bible, in the Gospel of Matthew, where Muhammad is mentioned. At least I know that, but they won't go there.
Right? Well, you said that if he proves that Muhammad was prophesied in the Bible, you become a Muslim. Me too. So he can actually get two converts very, very
Oh
easily.
wow, you too,
Yeah. Yeah.
man. Oh man, you will have two Muslims. You will be in Jannah forever and ever with 72 plus 72 huris. 144 huris. You will get. You will bring two people. Yes, fish in a tie. Matthew 24:24.
Yeah, because the rewards in Jannah they get compounded, right? You just get the rewards for every single convert and every good deed that every convert does, and the whole thing
Yeah?
gets compounded in a very weird manner, right?
He'll get 144 huris in Jannah if he convinces us. And then we will accept Islam. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah. Two converts. Oh, sorry, reverts. They call it revert. Two reverts. Muhammad prophesied in the Bible. Alhamdulillah. Oh no, there will be a fourth one. Andrew Martin, my moderator. He said, I will become a Muslim if you show Muhammad prophesied in the true Bible. All right. So he will have 216 huris. MashaAllah, 216. 216 huris. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. You're getting so many huris, man. Come on up. Before
And
somebody
Adam,
else wants to become Islam as well, then my maths are done. Like I cannot do more pluses of 72. Then I will have to open
and
calculator.
And don't you love it when they would say, "Well, the Bible is corrupt," and but then they would say, "But look at this thing in the Bible." One of the things that I always found quite funny is when a Muslim, which I heard quite a few times, saying, "But you see, Jesus is on the cross saying, oh Lord, why have you forsaken me?" You see that is man, and he's like, according to your religion, he was not on the cross. So why are you bringing this up? So it's all about the Bible is corrupt, but let me look at this one verse completely out of context and throw that. It's just insane. But that's what they learn from the Quran because that's what their own Dawagandist and Imams do. They will just show them one verse in the Quran and say, this is what it means. And then they will go to another part in the Quran and say another verse. And that's why they reason in that, well, reason in that manner. Let's jump to places and try to hoodwink people. But yeah, it's not working anymore.
Absolutely, it is definitely not working, and it is destroying their dawa gangism, and that's what it is. So I'm amazed how these people actually try to come up with these stupid, idiotic things, but they are unbelievably right. That's what they come up with. But uh, there are three people who will become Muslim. Hey, hey, Bakri, hey, Bakri, come up, Mr. Bakri, come up, Bakri, the Bakri who ate the Quranic verses, come up, prove it. You will have three Muslims already. Oh, Lloyd is there, man. Lloyd Dijon. He said, you criticize Allah's perfect writing. No one can wrote. Okay. You are writing like Allah. No one can wrote a book like it. Your grammar is wrong and Allah's grammar is wrong. You already mimicked Allah's statements by using a wrong grammar. Not when sober, at least. Mastur Sukran Katabul Quran. Mastur Sukran Katabul Quran. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, the
A
preservation
drunk.
when you are, I don't know if you get many Muslims speaking to you when you are approaching that topic because the thing, according to the hadiths, is not preserved. According to the historical records, is not preserved. According to Hatun Tash, not preserved. Kirat, not preserved. In whichever way you look at it, it's just not preserved. It's not like gray area. It's like in every single possible avenue, including their own sources, it's not preserved. And they will still go and say, no, it's preserved. It's like, dude. Hmm.
Lloyd said Allah wrote this. Allah wrote with his phone, mobile phone, and autocorrect as well. Oh man. Mastur Sakran Katabur Quran. A drunkard wrote the Quran. That's what it says. Hmm. Anyhow, the stream has been pretty long today, and I hope everyone enjoyed this beautiful, lovely stream. And what else can I say? It's beautiful to see you all here. You enjoyed it. I'm glad you did. Once again, I'm sorry Dr. J. Smith had to reschedule it. So this stream was all about Dr. J. Smith rescheduling, but then we had the most obnoxiously silly Quranist who wanted to say something and he tried to say it, but the problem is whenever you bring in the Quran into the picture, you lose the argument. Like as soon as you do that, no matter how you bring it. So he was following the translation of Saint Murad. He was following the translation of Baba Shuaib. He was following some history, and none of them was fitting perfectly or even close to what the Quran is saying. So that's how the reality is. And the Mr. Goat guy ran away because the goat guy knows that he cannot prove any statement of the Bible to be the prophecy of the coming of Muhammad.
I don't know why they still keep making that claim. Is it because they heard that from Zakir Naik like 20 years ago and they keep saying it?
Masturul Sakran Kutubul Quran. That's why.
Mm.
That's the reason. The reason is, hey, you have the reason is that they are just regurgitating. That's it. Let me bring up my cap as well. Alhamdulillah. Like you are wearing the cap, so I thought I will wear the cap now.
Christmas time.
Christmas time, it's here. So we'll wear the cap, the jingle cap.
Mm. I recorded the other day a Christmas special with Odon Lafontaine and our brother John. So that's going to be very good. We went into a particular surah in the Quran, but so that's hopefully it's going to be very cool. Can I tell you a little bit of a story? I don't subscribe to it, but it's I've been thinking about it for
You
a while.
you 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 want to tell me a story that you don't
Yeah.
agree with?
Yeah, it's just when we get into all of this speculation. So, a long time ago, I spoke with one of the guys
I'm
that
done.
hosts on my channel to say things, and and we were discussing why the Quran has so many problems, like the obvious ones, like "Oh Mary, sister of Aaron," things like that. And he said, "I know that there is a thesis that is not very popular, that it is that." Some people basically they try to hijack the whole thing, they wrote bad things, and I heard that and I thought it's very far-fetched, but the error is there. And I've been thinking about it for quite a while, and as ridiculous as it sounds, it would sort of almost work. I mean, I did a stream that just going over the arguments of David Wood and Robert Spencer when they had this debate that was amazing. And they one of the things that they were talking about were about the stories being very, very damaging, very embarrassing. And David Wood said, "You see, so that means that he existed." And Robert Spencer said, "No, that is because they were not embarrassing." But I was thinking about that, and I thought, hang on a minute. So Islam appears pretty much out of nowhere. And in just about 100 years, they have a ridiculous amount of land. But at that point, they don't have anything. They don't have traditions. They cannot read the book. So the people in those regions, they would have been, for the most part, Judeo-Christians. They would have been Persians and stuff. But it actually made me think: is it possible that for the first few hundred years of the origins of Islam, the majority of the people who are in those regions, they were still Jews and Christians, and they were just basically pretending to accept this religion, and they started to fabricate everything that they could to make it look as bad as possible. I mean, it sounds almost like a movie, but the accounts in the hadiths, they are so incredibly bad that it makes me think, is it possible that it was actually written by Jews and Christians who were pretending to basically obey the commands of the caliph, because that's basically Islam 101? And I don't know, I don't know if that is the case or
It's
even it
impossible.
could be proven,
It's
but
impossible.
yeah.
It's
Mm.
impossible. The guy Quranist came here. He said the same thing. He subscribed to this kind of a theology, and I proved it wrong today in today's stream for the first 1.5 hour. So watch it and learn. So he was referring to Odin's theology and Saint Murad's theology, and he was trying to mix it. Now, Odin's theology is some heretics wrote this as a heretical text to mock Christians, right? That's what his, if I'm saying it right, right? And he was
Yeah.
trying to connect it with Saint Murad, who thinks it in a very different perspective. So he was trying to get two opposite theories, and he was saying that even though it was written by the Christian monks, yet it was written against some heretical cults. And I was like, that's stupid. You can't mix the two. You are mixing two different theories. So, and then he was referring to something so silly, it's unbelievable. Watch the first 1 hour 30 minutes, you will know how he is mixing two different theories. But our brother said, if Murtad becomes Muslim, you will get 75 versions. So I'll have to do with maths in 75. So it will be 225, mashallah. Lloyd said, Allah has special offer this month. Join Islam and get one extra virgin. Man, like really? Allah is celebrating Christmas? So if Allah is celebrating Christmas and I will take the 75, then it's 76 multiplied by 3. That will be 228 huris. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Mr. Goat Guy, come on, man. 228 huris you will get. Imagine 228. So if you have to spend 1,000 sex with one huri for 1,000 nights, you will be spending 228,000 nights before you go to the first one again. So your cycle to go back to the first one is going to be 228,000 nights. Mashallah, mashallah. And some say 1,000 year. Then it will be 228,000 years before you could go back to your first huri. So imagine how many huris we will give you. You will do the bing 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 bong for 1,000 year with one of them, and then you will go to the second, and then you will go to the third. So 228,000 years after which you will go to the first one. You will even forget the first one. So you will enjoy the first one again. That is how beautiful it is. This is one of the beautiful, beautiful thing that you will have. Oh yes, you can do that. He wants to have all of them at the same time. At some time. So yeah, you can have all of them, but then you will have to ask Allah to give you 228 things that you can use in one go. You know, things, when I'm saying things, you know what I mean, right? Get stuck for Allah, get stuck for Allah, get stuck for Allah. Man, you guys are dirty.
It looks like people don't want to really debunk you. It should be super easy. They have the last prophet, the last book, they have the last revelation. Should be super easy. And yet nobody wants to actually talk. The other day, actually, Zafar told me, "Oh, Adam, he's so feared by every single imam in his region." So yeah.
And now they are spreading lies. I spoke with two people today. I did not muted anyone. Imagine now the fear is so much that they have to lie just like their Allah. Their Allah is liar, they are a liar. Their Allah is a liar and they are a liar. Imagine what a big liar they are. Allah is a Mickey Mouse. Allahu Akbar in the Hebrew, Akbar means mouse. Allah is Mickey Mouse. You are just like your Allah, the Mickey Mouse. That you can't even join the stream and then you have to lie in the chat, but in the chat you are just so strong that
So
your Allah's Quran was eaten by the goat and you worship this goat and you have it in your picture, the goat. This is the same goat that ate the verses of the Quran. So that is why they are mansukhut talawa, but it is still in Deenul Hukm. They are mansukhut talaha, but not in the Hukm. So mashallah, you follow the
I
Makki
think he
Musalla, whose Quran was
he
written by
doesn't
the goat.
he doesn't want to jump in, but I think he wants you to debunk him. Maybe you would like to show him that hadith because maybe he will think no that you are lying.
No, no, he has to say that this is not true. He put the goat in there just for the sake, for this reason, because he knows that the goat eat the Quran, the very dirty verse. For imagine if the goat would not have eaten the adult breastfeeding verse, then his mama would have to breastfeed so many people. The milkman, the bathroom cleaner man, and all of these men who come to his home to clean or do stuff. The plumber, if his father is not in the house, the plumber has to breastfeed his mama and his sister, because if his sister is older than 9 years, She would have to give her breast to that guy as well. So there are so many people who has to suckle on the breast of his mama and his sister. Otherwise, there will be a problem. So that is why, it's very important that he actually acknowledges this particular goat. He loves this goat. He said, "Thank Allah that this goat ate those specific verses. Otherwise, there would have been a big problem." So that is the reason. So he accepts this narrative. That is why he loves the goat. He goes to the goat. He thanks the goat every day. He say, "Goat, thank you for eating those specific verses." The goat could have eaten so many verses, JC, but goat only ate those verses which are talking about the breastfeeding and stoning
Well,
of Rajam.
what there was another thing that the goat ate, and it was the verses that mentioned the Shahada. That's why it's not in the Quran because the goat ate it.
Mashallah, mashallah, mashallah.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
this is not mentioned in the hadith, so I will not say that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I will not say that because that is not there. But this is the beauty of it. If the goat would not have eaten the verses of Rajam and the adult breastfeeding, he had to give suckling to everyone who comes in. So he's so thankful of the goat. Very thankful.
Right. And what do you think happened? Because the Muslims, they keep saying everybody memorize the Quran, but those pages, Aisha put them under a pillow, and then the goat ate the hadiths. Why did they not write it down? According to what they keep telling us, everybody memorized the Quran. They had such an amazing memory. Hmm.
Mashallah. Don't you think this is beautiful?
Mm.
It's such a beautiful thing. You can't run away from it, brother. You can't. You just simply cannot. And our brother KRZYSZTOFP said, "Oh, hey, Adam Seeker, our warrior in Christ, brother. You need to thank you so very much for your hey and your support. But dude, you gotta get some good name. Otherwise, I will be just. It's crazy something. Crazy stuff. Okay, but thank you.
So,
Yeah,
if I may ask, then as we wait for our friend the goat to actually get the courage to jump in and really debunk you and make us both revert to Islam. So you're going to have a conversation with Sister Hadun and Brother Jay Smith. Uh, would you care to explain? You know full well the thesis of Jay Smith. Do you agree with him on everything? Do you are 50-50? Is that something that you're comfortable discussing?
crazy tough, crazy tough, crazy
Good
tough.
stuff.
All right, crazy tough, Christoph, Christoph. I have no idea. Christoph, yeah, Christoph. That must be a German type of a name, right?
It sounds Polish, except I
Polish.
think it had an R. But yeah, maybe he will clarify it in a sec.
Christoph. Okay. Man, people are so angry on God is one Allah because he's spamming in the chat. Yeah, he's Polish. He said that. Polish name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are right, man. You are so right.
Okay.
You are so right. I am so wrong. So yeah, good, 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 good. All right, guys. I think we can. No, 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 no. Salamaran. No, it's not Russian. He just said it's Oh no. She's saying Russian is Christoph. Okay, okay, not Christoph. Christoph. Okay, that is beautiful. Anyhow, so it's not Russian. No. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, I think we are at the end of our Islamic dilemma. By the way, guys, do remember to notify yourself for uh, Thursday's stream on with Dr. J. Smith on the historical uh, criticism. Can I call it criticism?
Historical critique. Yes.
Historical critique of Quran. It is with Dr. J. Smith. I know it was supposed to happen at this moment, and we would have finished it by now, but because of some things. Dr. J. Smith's new discussion on Thursday. There you go with the link. So click on it, go there and click on notify. So notify yourself so that we will have this one at a later time, rather not a later time, on Thursday anyways. So enjoy. Thank you for being part of this live stream. I hope you learned something, you understood something. Hey JC, today you have to say the shahada with me, okay? So say it.
You see the shahada when it says la ilaha illallah, doesn't it
No, no,
sound a lot
I,
like
I,
I
I will
lie, I lie, I lie?
I will say the shahada, you repeat, okay?
No, no, I'm afraid that I can't do that because our friend the goat didn't do his job. We need to incentivize him. So once he's here, he has the courage to debunk you. I will be more than happy to tell the shahada and go straight to the mosque.
Okay, but like I'm not asking you to become a Muslim. You have to say the shahada which I say. So
Ah,
repeat after me. Allahu Asghar
Allahu Akbar
wa Yeshua
wa Yeshua
Akbarul Azim.
Akbarul Azim.
Amen. God bless you all. Have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are. See you next time on Adam Seeker channel. Bye bye.